intro. Hello everybody and welcome to our Overly Bright Twitch channel. Now you're here with your toes in our somewhat tepid, gross waters. I guess we better introduce ourselves. We're the Bloodthirsty Puppets. I am Blood Puppets and I will most likely kill you or trade for you where you stand. Tonight we are playing Through a Mirror Darkly, which is in our nuke setting, which is using our spice system. Couple of rules for chat before we get too far. Don't be at all about someone's race, don't be at all about someone's gender, and most importantly, don't be at all.
Oh, screwdriver.
Thank God for that. Okay, we will start out with a new thing because we have a character with a somewhat dodgy past. There is a trigger warning for sexual violence. We are not probably going to bring it up, but if it does, you have been warned. We are co-GMing this between myself and Tech. So Tech will be taking the reins from here. It is now all your fault.
Excellent. Are we going to go around and introduce ourselves first?
It's up to you. You're now in charge.
Excellent. I declare that people are going to introduce themselves. I declare you as the first person.
Hi, I'm Karen. Nailed it.
And
Oh, I'm human. My name is Karen Marlin. I'm human. I am married to his character. And I'm currently stuck in a morgue with not very much supplies and these two idiots.
who are?
Hey, I'm Thirsty. I should be playing Herb Jones. I am also currently in a morgue, but possibly with more than two idiots. There's a swarm of them. And I'm going to call them idiots.
We're currently stuck in a morgue surrounded by feral rotters, but we're all good otherwise.
Yeah. Well, I'm secure in calling them idiots.
That's fine. You may do as you wish.
And Dev.
Hi, I'm Dev. I'm playing Wilhelm, and I am, comparatively, with these two idiots.
Comparatively, I'm with these idiots.
Hello, I'm Colin, and I am playing Colin Dexter, and it's all very dark at the moment.
It's all a bit dark. It's all just a little bit dark.
Going dark.
Just a little bit dark, yeah.
Cool. So you guys are sitting there. You've just basically you bumped into these feral rotters while investigating this hospital, and you run into this room to like kind
Wait,
of hide.
hang on. This music is way too suspenseful.
Are you getting too freaked out by the suspenseful music?
It's a bit too suspenseful.
This is the suspenseful bit. You're supposed to be in suspense right now. You guys are fleeing the rotters.
we are in suspense, but this is too suspenseful.
Okay. Why don't you skip to the next bit of suspense or something?
I have done.
Okay,
I've moved
cool.
on. Carry on.
Anyway.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, but it was just too much.
Okay, I'm going to start again.
Okay.
So you guys were exploring Worthing Hospital for your various reasons. I believe you were looking for things to swag and sell.
I'm looking for trade.
You were there because she's there, and you were there for books and because she's there.
And to possibly cure him.
And you're not there.
Mhm.
And yeah, so you guys were exploring the hospital. You bumped into a group of feral rotters and dived through these doors to escape them. They hadn't noticed you yet, but you find yourself trapped in the morgue. There is the entrance where you've just come through, and there is an old rusty emergency exit across the opposite side of the room for you. And as you come in here and stay very quiet and try to avoid attracting attention, you hear a quiet tapping sound. Which is you.
Which one of you is that?
It's not me. Fuck.
They're getting in.
Shh. This is coming from inside the room.
They're getting in from inside somewhere else.
No, I don't think they are.
I'd like to take a perception check and see where this is coming from.
Go for it.
10.
Okay, yes. By walking down across the room towards the... Because, you think it might be the door on the other side. So you're walking across the room. You detect that the sound is coming from your left, where there are a row of drawers. Like a big filing cabinet going up to there.
I think it's coming from one of these.
He would probably know what they are.
From
He's
one of these.
he's a rotter.
It's coming from one of these morgue drawers.
What's that?
It's a drawer in a morgue. What do you think's kept in a morgue drawer?
I don't know. What's the morgue?
What? Ah, fucking hell, idiots. Probably a dead body. Or not so dead.
I'm going with not so dead. So either they're you or they're like those out there.
Tell you what, you guys start opening them up. I'll take a step back.
No.
How about we just cover? One person opens, the other two cover opening. the drawer. Because if there's something like you in there, we might want to help them, but if there's someone like you in there trying to shoot us, don't want to deal with that.
Is there something just heavy I can grab?
Yeah, there's a couple of there's a like a stretcher, so you could hold that and like prepare to bash someone with it. Basically, looks like the top of an ironing board. You can kind of wield that.
Okay, yeah.
Probably the heaviest, sturdiest thing
Yeah.
around.
Like a trauma board thing.
Yeah, that's light enough for you to actually lift off the floor.
Yeah.
There's various wheeled tables and things around, but you're not really able to.
I'm just going to hold this thing up. Like someone standing next to a front door with an ironing board waiting to bash a burglar.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull my knife, and I'll go stand next to the door. Have you got anything?
Do it, Crispy.
Let's go. Hold on, just to demonstrate, he's going to go up to one at random and open it and pull the drawer out.
Ah!
That's what happens.
Is there anything in it?
I don't know.
Is there anything in it?
If I accidentally
Yes.
opened it on.
You pull the drawer open and there's a very, very old, dry, desiccated husk in there.
I bash it.
Okay, you bash it and it just crumbles and bursts out in a pool of dust.
Oh, dude! Oh.
You get this like vague sense of kind of soot and ash.
Oh. Oh man.
Was that really necessary?
Shh. We don't know how.
Yes.
Don't do it unless it's moving. Or don't hit it unless I hit it. Or I go, ah! Okay. Good. Alright, you get the next one then. I'm going to stand like on the side where you're opening it, so just in case to stab it if it comes out and it tries to kill us.
Fuck off, I ain't open it.
You open that one?
Yeah, there's nothing in that one.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, okay, I've got it. Alright. Have you got something to attack this with in case it's going to try and kill us?
Well, it's like dull knife.
I'm working with idiots. Open the door. The one underneath of whatever he opened.
Slide the door out and yes, a man emerges.
Ah!
Make an attack roll, I guess.
No, just roll for damage. There's no way you can miss. He's been pulled out of a drawer and you spiked him with a gun.
Oh my god.
It's only improvised weapons, so just roll a d4.
My strength.
Yes.
6.
6. Okay. Yeah, you pulled it out of the drawer. You see this blinding light, and then something just smashes you across the sides of the face.
Creating
Roll hit
shade.
points.
What the fuck?
Dude!
Moved.
I just said if I screamed. Did
Oh.
you scream?
Well,
Just then.
Damn it, Herb.
you're human at least.
Well, we are.
Yes.
How do I roll hit points?
It's
10d6.
10 a d6
endurance.
plus your endurance, yeah. What are you doing here?
Plus 10 plus
I'm
your
awfully
endurance.
sorry for Herb. He's a little bit sometimes.
I can't remember.
Okay, let's get you out this drawer. Come on, dude.
Pencil.
And I'll help him out of the drawer.
Steal a pencil.
From this after this commotion, you can hear the sounds of movement coming from past these doors you ducked into. Possibly some combination of the loud screaming and the bashing, because it has possibly made some noise.
I don't want to alarm you, but the most important thing right now is there are a bunch of the feral rotters out there. Not like him, he's cool. The feral ones, they're just outside. We ducked in here and then we heard you tapping. So let's deal with who you are when we're a bit safer. Do you have any weapons on you?
Yes, I do have a small gun.
Shh! Just clap a hand.
Then
Sorry.
I also have my knife.
Okay, knives are probably better right now. We don't want to attract any more of them if they're here.
Okay.
Now, just a word of warning. If you try anything, we are going to kill you. So don't try and fuck with us. We've had a particularly bad day.
Okay. Unlikely, because I'm not really with it at the moment.
Yes, I'm a little concerned that you're in one of these. Was it morgue? These morgue drawers.
Well,
Word on sign has a T in it. More tree. Not morgue.
Wow,
How
very
about-
good.
How about we discuss the
Anyway.
fine points of the English language once we've dealt getting out of here? We still need to get the stuff. We still need to get the medicine and the tanks. We don't have anything to trade right now.
As you're saying this, the sound of a door swinging open and padded feet coming down a corridor.
Okay.
Coming from which direction?
The door where you just came through into the morgue. There's a short corridor between the door and the morgue. It sounds like someone's just come through the door heading this way.
I say we go that way, and I point to the emergency exit.
Okay.
Okay, we should check it. You go first.
Okay.
Shh.
Just looking like dragging the spinal cord.
Maybe you should put that down. Do you have any melee? You must. Where's your melee weapons? Where's the quiet weapons?
Anyway,
No,
what are
put
you
down.
doing?
Where's the quiet weapons?
Silence! What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm trying to get you to put down the big
This door has
ball.
opened and feet are approaching. You've basically got about 5 seconds. What are you doing?
You go first. I'm gonna
What
come
are
from
you
the rear.
doing?
I was walking to the emergency exit with my
Okay.
big board being
What are you
berated.
I was going to follow him to the emergency door that I suggested everyone
And
go
you?
to.
I'm just following them anyway.
Okay, so you three are going for the emergency door and you're standing behind.
Oh no, I'm covering our rear.
So
I am
you're
going
going
to
with
the
them?
emergency exit, but I'm covering the
Okay.
rear.
Yeah, you step from one side, like towards the exit, the door at the rear, and as you look over, you see there's a group of rotters.
How many?
There are 5.
We could probably take them.
No,
Let's
time
not
to
do
go.
this. No.
Anyway,
Okay.
regardless of your decision, they
which-
see
which-
you
which-
and rush at you.
I'm gonna push everyone through the emergency exit. Which way does the door open?
Well, it's one of those push doors. We got the bar on it, but it's quite rusty.
Oh man. I'm gonna push everyone through, and then I'm gonna yell to Herb like, "Use your ball to like brace the door."
So you're gonna try and push through the door, yeah?
Yeah.
Strength test for you to try and.
I'm not doing. I'm not pushing through. They're first.
Okay. Then whoever's trying to open the door, do a strength test.
That was cheating.
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
I know.
You
I
re-roll
was
that.
waiting.
Come on.
I was waiting for Oach. That should have fallen off the table. Or
No,
not.
it didn't. That's okay.
Yeah. That's
No.
worse. 7.
Okay, you just go and push at the door, and you're pushing and shoving at this door, but there's something stopping it.
Possibly like the fact I wasn't clever enough to push the bar.
Yeah, possibly.
But we
Can
don't
I-
know this. We just think it's a door.
But yeah,
so.
you just run up to the door and you're trying to push the doors open.
Can I walk up and hit the bar?
Press the bar, strength test.
Oh god, that's not good.
No.
Oh, 10.
10. Okay, you press into the bar, and you hear this grinding, and the bar suddenly snaps back, and you can see that one of the rods from the top has pulled down, but the one at the bottom is still locked down. But the top bolt, the restraining bolt, has moved from the door, so it's partially kind of unlocked. But anyway, at this point, the feral rotters have run across the room towards you because you've been here a few seconds.
Fucking A.
So
I'm
anyway,
gonna stab the first one in the face.
okay, so yeah, they just charge
If they're
at you.
coming that close, we've got to attack them. So.
Yeah.
Heads up.
Okay,
What?
make an attack roll.
Can I change my mind who I'm attacking? 11.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
She wasn't a bot.
No.
Cool. So, how much damage do you deal?
Some. 6.
Okay. Yeah. So what weapon are you? You got a knife,
I
haven't
have a
you?
knife.
How are you attacking this thing? You just stabbing, slashing?
I'm just gonna aim just to kind of like. I don't think she's particularly good at the fighting thing, so she's basically almost gonna be punching it with the knife.
Okay. Yeah, you go to punch it. You try to aim for like the chest area, but this thing like dives at you as you're doing it, so you end up stabbing it in the stomach rather than in the chest.
Oh,
So
no,
your
I'll take it.
knife kind of slams straight into its stomach, but it kind of barrels into you at the same time.
Ah!
So it is going to attempt to bite your ear off.
No, my ear.
8. Yeah, that could hit.
Is it gonna bite my ear off?
It's going to depends how much damage it does. doesn't actually bite your ear off, but it does take a. It does kind of clamp onto your neck, just behind your jaw. And it does hit you for 6 points of damage.
Ah! Fuck! Ow!
She's infected. Yeah.
Next,
That's how this works, right?
you're pushing the door open and suddenly you've had her and a rotter just barrel into the back of you.
Okay. It's not really a... I'm facing the wrong way and carrying a large board. There's not really much I can do. I'm going to just smash into the door, I assume.
Go for
Someone
it.
smacked into me with great
Okay.
force. Actually, I'm losing my temper with the door.
You versus the door.
10 on the door.
Okay,
Just-
yeah.
Just
because it's
kicking
already
it.
been weakened. He's partially opened it, and you've got the weight of her, a rotter, and you slamming into the door at the same time. And yeah, it does just.
I'm
break
not
out.
saying that we're fat or anything, but we can open this door like
And,
like,
Oh no, I
You
am
two
saying my
and
character's
Rotter
22, so...
spill down, and
Ah.
you guys both just crash through this door. There's this loud bang as the door slams open, and then back into you guys, but not enough to actually do any damage.
ah,
Can I like
fuck!
kick them out the way, walk through and close the door? Or the rotter's coming?
The rods are right on top of you guys now. So
There's one, but you know.
there's one of them, yeah. They
There's one
ran
on
across
us.
his back. You might be able to, as you're going next, so you can see if we can do that now.
He hasn't had a go yet.
I know he hasn't. I'm
Okay.
alternating between you guys,
Okay.
so this makes it easy. Rather than doing initiative, I'm just going to go round the table and have you, then an enemy, then you, then an enemy.
Because there's 5 of them.
Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Why not? Though only one of them attacking each time, not the whole lot. Anyway, so one of the ones that was not just leaped at you grabs your grabs your leg.
Yeah.
Go have an opposed grapple check, please. Trying to drag you down.
8.
Okay, yep, it grabs your leg and tries to yank you back, but you're just like and you just kick back with the other foot, and you hear something snap, and it lets go. So now it's your go.
Oh, it's
These
my
two are
go.
laying kind of in the doorway with a rotter on them.
Yeah, I want to try and basically grab him, drag him through the door, and close it behind us.
Okay.
But
You
we're
go-
laying in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly on the door.
You got laying in the door, but if he's gonna drag you through or kick this ghoul off you, I'm gonna say you can shuffle like a few feet to get out the door. So yeah, if
I
you're,
was thinking you were just going to try and go behind.
No.
Asshole.
I assume you're.
Need
Not,
you to get out.
are you going with him,
True.
Colin? You
True.
allowing
yes.
him to be put?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Well,
you
yeah,
just-
away from danger, yeah. So.
Railroading. Railroading, way out of danger. God.
yeah. So you just you just
I
back.
don't want to die
The
yet.
door
do
that's
you?
already kind of the other side of the door just been smashed open. You've already weakened your side of the door, so you just gotta give it a shove with your shoulder, and it just springs open. So yeah, you two jump out there. You're gonna try and grab both of you guys out there.
I want to leave.
I'll give him a
You're currently got a
shove.
go on you, so we need grapple checks to see
Ah.
if you can escape from this one that's currently laying on top of you. You've got a fair chance as he botched.
Fuck yeah.
A legendary grip.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
just
did you
grip,
spend a
right?
legendary
No,
point?
no.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it tries to grab you, but you just go like, and you just kick at it, and you just get a foot square in its nose, and it just rolls off you. So yeah, you make two extra
Can I
foot
make
shots
this look way more cool because I crit?
if you want to.
If I'm like kicking it in the face, can I use that momentum to like roll myself up onto my feet?
Okay, you can do, but you do it over him.
That's fine.
It's like,
So I come up basically in a crouch above you holding my knife. Just like above your head.
Literally, her arse just rolls over your face. It's like, gets up.
Ow!
Actually, the back of your head, so your face would just go. It rolls over your head. So.
I reiterate. Ow!
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are out the door, and I assume you're just going to drag him out and slam the doors. Yeah.
if I can.
Cool. I'll allow that to do that, and I will need you guys to take a collaborative strength test to hold these doors shut while these rotters attempt to bash
All
through.
of us?
Yes. Or I assume all of you are trying to hold the door shut.
Yep.
Do
11.
we have a
No.
board?
13.
Do you hang on to the board still?
Yeah, I was bashing the door with it.
All right. Yeah. Then yeah, you've got the board.
3.
You're fucking useless.
Unfortunately, Herb isn't clever enough to plant the board in the ground.
11.
9.
Damn. 11.
So 11, 9.
3.
13.
Okay. You managed to, like, you two managed to hold one of the doors shut, but one of the doors swings open, and 2 of the ghouls spill through.
Wait, what? There were 2 doors?
Yes, 5
Yeah,
doors.
I didn't.
It's a double door.
Okay.
I thought it was just a single one.
No,
Yeah.
It's a pair of 5 doors.
Good to know.
But yeah, so one of them you managed to hold shut, but one spills out, and 2 ghouls step forward.
Rotters.
Rotters.
We don't want to get sued for rotters.
Rotters. I'm trying to get that one wrong.
Bloody British.
Rotters.
Anyway, Colin, it's currently your go.
Okay, well, one of the ones that spilled out, whichever one is nearest to me, I'm going to try and stab in the head.
Okay, go for it.
7 attack.
Okay, yeah.
It's a hit.
Yep.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And that is 8
Oh, that was the
damage.
wrong way.
8 damage. Okay, cool.
It's quite loud.
Yeah, that was the wrong way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you go up there and you go to stab this thing in the head, and it gouges down the side of its face and sticks into its shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So it does quite a bit of damage. It hasn't quite killed it yet, though. So we are now back to one of the rotters go. So the one you just stabbed with the knife is going to try and attack you again.
Okay.
So it's just balls up a fist and just punches you, tries to punch you in the side of the head.
Cool.
Oh, crits.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. It's nice knowing you.
Yeah.
So okay, it only does 6 damage.
Good.
It still hurts though.
Yes.
I feel your pain, mostly.
5.
Yeah, and this thing just grabs it and just like punches you in the side of the head and gets you square in the temple. Which hurts.
It hurts.
It's your go.
Still 2 of them here, huh?
Yep, there's 2 of them there. You can still feel the elves bashing at the side of the door. They haven't yet figured out to go round through the open door. They're just sitting there kind of banging on it. But these other 2, one of them has just like clocked him in the face and has a knife sticking out his shoulder, and the other one has not yet attacked because it's still behind the other
That
one.
was correct.
Hmm?
That was correct.
No, but isn't it against my endurance?
Oh yeah, you can reduce the damage
Which I forgot to do.
in both
yeah.
instances.
Let's
Try to reduce that. I have a little bit more health than I thought I did.
Try not to kill myself too quickly.
Okay, I am going to. That's not going to work because they're already in here. Where's Herb and the board in relation to me and the rotters?
You and Herb are standing next to. Actually, you have been knocked back because the door you were holding shut is one of the ones that swung open.
Mm-hmm.
So he and I've forgotten your name.
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm. So him and Wilhelm, Herb and Wilhelm are holding one of the doors shut, and you and Colin have been trying to push back from the other door. So Herb is next to the door.
What's around me?
You've basically come out onto the back street, so you've basically come up. There's some like wrecks of old cars, ruins, bits of rubble, lumps of torn
Say
up
like
street.
one of those wheelie waste bins around, the really big ones.
You mean like the big metal skip things?
Yeah. The ones that have the wheels in it, and you kick the wheel safety off, and then you can move it in front of, say, a door,
Oh,
and
the
it
big
clips
ones.
safety back down.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have been. Yeah, probably still there. I mean, if the wheels will still turn after this time, don't know. But
We're
yeah,
about
so
to
there's-
find out. I
there's
grab
one
hold of
around.
Colin, I point at the nearest one, like, we need to move this,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
well-
flee towards the nearest one, taking him with me and holding my knife out, because I assume that the ghouls are probably going to come either attack
Yeah.
us or they're going to attack
Okay.
those 2. They're
Yeah,
attacking
it's-
those 2, they'll live long enough.
You hear the sounds of, like, yeah, as you run off, you hear the sounds of running feet as they try and chase after you. I'm going to get you to take quickly for a running check.
Well, you have your own character sheets over there.
I do. I just put it down so I forgot about it. I guess it will be opposed dexterity as you're trying to outrun this ghoul.
Yeah, short
Sorry,
distance.
rotter.
No, I don't think I can actually anyway legitimately argue any other stat. 8.
8. Okay, yeah, the rotter basically catches you and like just dives on you. Pose grapple, please.
I'm going to use my dex because I'm dexy. 8.
Okay. This thing botches, so as it's running
Yeah.
along there, there's like an old manhole cover, and as it runs over to you, it like puts its foot on it and goes straight through it. And as its foot kind of catches in it, you hear this crunch, and its knee just kind of goes over forward. It just splats onto the floor.
I don't have time to appreciate how awesome that is. As I'm just running.
You just hear
towards
this wailing scream as this thing kind of clutches its ruined leg, wedged in the floor.
Mhm.
Okay, and yeah, we'll say you've made it to this wheelie bit. You've just seen 2 of these rotters zoom off after these 2 as they've run off, and the other door is open, but there's nothing in it.
And I'm here with Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilhelm, yeah.
Here. Yeah. I'm here with Wilhelm.
That was the point.
Oh,
I
right.
remember. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm here with Wilhelm, and I am going to turn to Wilhelm and pull out one of my boomers and go, run.
Oh no. Please say I hear this. Please.
No, you're quite a long way away.
Oh,
And
God.
you've also just been running away from a wailing rotter.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Uh-oh.
I'm going to pull out one of my boomers, tell Wilhelm to run, and just throw it round the door.
if you close the door behind it,
I've already got firebombs.
let's
I'm
do
just going
no
to chuck a firebomb on these things the other side of the door.
Okay,
A sealed, fire door.
yeah, okay. Well, one sealed fire door, one
Yeah.
wide open fire door.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
behind the sealed
Yeah,
Yeah.
fire door.
yeah, okay.
So,
And as am I.
is a 13.
Is that to hit or damage?
To hit.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know what the damage is because I haven't been told how good my boomers are.
We'll go with a D10.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes. D10 flamey boomers. Nice. Excellent. 19 damage.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You kind of, but you hear like the you phone the, what is it? Is it like a Molotov cocktail thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So you just light the top and
You have a lighter,
slow
right?
it down. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have a high explosive skill and I have the ability to set fires anywhere with my fire starter.
Oh,
So,
Jesus, of course you do. You basically like.
yeah. I was like, done!
How did you do that?
Yeah, literally just whoosh, and it's like, what the hell did you do? You're a lighter? It's just like pulled out this rag and suddenly it was a light. Like, huh?
No one realised, but he's been wearing striker gloves this whole time.
Like, seriously, cool. Have one on the finger and one on the forearm. Yeah, flame.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you just light this. You throw it the other side of the door. You hear this kind of and this flame and this like billow of black smoke kind of pours out the door. No burning liquids though. So it seems to be contained the other side of the door. And yeah, you hear like the kind of wail and screaming, which cuts off very quickly into kind of like coughing and then just like hissing and spitting.
Crispy.
Yes. and the smell of like, you know, barbecue.
Oh, grim.
Anyway, there's
For the record, Herb does not like this smell.
okay.
Oh.
There's a very old
This
barbecue
smell makes him
smoke
sad.
out there.
I can't smell it.
Anyway, after this, one of the rotters that ran out has broken its leg in the thing. The other one is running up to you because you both legged it over there, and it's going to attempt to hit you. It's the one that you stabbed the knife into before. And it fails because it tries to hit you in the arm with a knife in it and goes like, and yeah. And seeing its buddy like laying broken in the heap, it decides that actually this is not going its way, and it turns and runs off into the distance.
But still with my knife attached to it.
Yes, unless you've removed the knife.
I'd like to.
Do you want to chase it down? You can
Yes.
grapple it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come back, bitch!
Or
Pick
you
up a
can
stone,
attempt-
just like chuck it at
Or
his
you can
leg.
attempt to like pick up a brick and like hurl it at it.
Stun brick.
Yes!
There's plenty of like lumps of
Yeah.
like, you know, torn
If he
up.
tries to run it down, I will pick up something and try and
Set
run
brick
it
to
down.
stun.
Okay.
Okay.
So you gonna try and run after it?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to take a opposed dexterity test to try and catch it.
9.
Yeah, you've definitely got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right behind it.
We're
What would
gonna
you like to do?
grab the knife out.
Okay, you're just gonna like grab the knife and
And
just
kick
like wrench it out. like in the.
Grab the knife and
Put it back.
put it back, but also kick him away at the same time.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, basically, you grab the thing and just basically, as you rip it out, you just see sprays of blood shooting out as you manage to sever the artery on the way out, and this thing just kind of keeps running for a few steps and then kind of collapses to the ground, claps a hand to its throat, and it just writhes on the floor for a bit.
I'm going to wipe the blood on my sleeve to tidy it up and then put the knife away.
Cool.
And rejoin the group.
So, all the, basically, like, yeah, I would say it goes quiet, but you've got this wailing ghoul who's got his mangled legs stuck in a grate. So that's making a lot of noise.
Can I grab it by the head and basically just like cut its throat?
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
Okay. You cut its throat and it kind of, the wailing turns to for a little while, and then it stops moving pretty quickly.
I don't want to hack its head off and way too. I don't want to do that. I
The
just
wailing
quiet
turns
it.
to like a pained bubbling sound in this
Yeah.
thing.
While it's laying there gurgling, I'm just going to walk over and stamp on its head.
Yeah, okay.
Just
There's just this,
"Stop!"
there's just this wet pop and it's
Yeah.
massive.
It's what I would have been doing anyway, but you know, I was slower.
Well, we've cleared some of them. Good job, guys.
We fucking burnt the room.
We still need to get in there.
Doors are open.
As you're kind of sitting there, kind of recouping the sounds of it, you hear the sounds of tapping, and you look up at the building, and there's someone in the window, up there, kind of tapping on the window. And when he sees you looking up, he kind of waves at you.
Just gonna wave back.
You can see there's several ropes hanging down from one of the from a window to the first floor, and a face kind of pokes out and goes, "Yeah, what are you doing here?"
Fuck off, what's it to you?
Killing.
No, I'm awfully sorry. They are not used to being, civilized people. We were actually here just trying to scavenge some things from the hospital. We are kind of in need of some medical stuff.
Alright, yeah. Well, it looks like you may have kind of kicked a hornet's nest off. They've all kind of gone a bit rabid. Did you want to team up? Maybe together we could, safety in numbers and all?
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Well, we're just basically same as you. We've been sent here to pick up some pieces. Yeah, hospital's got some old stuff left in them. People don't think it's useful, so.
Been sent here by who?
Oh, yeah, some bloke wants some bits.
They're rotters, not hornets.
He's actually right.
He is absolutely right. I am completely wrong.
Idiot.
Sorry about that.
It's up to you guys. Do you want to? I mean, safety in numbers. There are a lot of ferals around.
Nah, I'm alright, got enough friends.
Well, we don't need to be friends with them. I'm just thinking. Excuse us a minute.
The head pulls back into the
Well, the worst comes to the worst. We can always, how we treat everyone else. Use them as.
Friends.
Fodder. Yeah.
If worst comes to the worst.
You only have to be faster than the slowest.
Yeah. How fast can you run?
Reasonable pace.
As long as we out to run here, we're good. Sorry, we don't really know you right now. No offense.
None taken.
Who are you?
My name is Colin Dexter.
I'm Karen. This is Herb. It's probably the easiest way to. And over there is Wilhelm. We can call him Will. Willie. Dick. Doesn't really matter. He'll answer.
He
Nice.
talks funny.
Yes, he's not. Yeah, you talk funny.
I do. It comes from coming from Russia.
Like it.
Russia. Where's that? Why am I looking at you? Where's Russia? You've travelled this place more than I have.
Well, I mean, I read about it somewhere else. It's not here.
Touche. Okay.
Big
Nice,
place. Little.
Pretty big.
I like it.
Pretty cold.
I like the words.
Russia.
The words.
Colin.
He does them.
Oh, the way he speaks them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I more recently came from Stock-on-Trent.
Oh, well, sure.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, we've all heard of that one. Okay, well, let's team up them. I mean, the worst thing is we can, The best scenario is that we get more stuff and then we all leave happy friends. The worst situation is that we outrun them and feed them to the ferals. Good plan? Don't hit them unless I give you the signal.
Remind me signal. Ah!
The ancient signal.
Ah.
Okay.
Seems like a terribly inefficient signal.
Not
Either that
quite
or screaming.
dangerous.
Either that or screaming.
this signal, not Mitch's signal. Mitch's signal, dying draft.
Okay, well I'm not like Mitchell, I can't replicate those sounds. But we
Could
have
try.
that and we have screaming. You want me to do a dying giraffe if we get in trouble?
Try.
At this point, a head pokes back out the window. So, are you coming?
Yes, just sorry, we're just we're orientating, you know. So
Okay, well, don't be too long.
we'll be up. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
After you.
Okay.
Just in case they try and kill us, he's first.
There's basically some knotted ropes that are hanging down from the first floor window, so you can use those. So it's fine.
Cool.
I'm not going to make you guys take a strength test because otherwise one of you will fail and it'll take longer. So.
It will be
Yeah.
fun.
I was going to say, like, are we really betting on Wilhelm to get a climb a rope?
Not too bad on dexterity.
Yeah. It's okay. You guys managed to make up this rope. There's no time limit here. You guys have got like enough time to do this. You're only going up a single floor. It's only like 10 foot up there. So.
You say that like it's a like so we can't fail at. You're so wrong.
Well, I'm saying that if you fail, you're not going to injure yourself significantly. After like a few minutes, you guys are all up there on the first floor. So yeah, the you see up there are four of these. They're rotters. Which you tell now that you're up here.
Oh God.
More otters?
And the goes, "Hi, I'm Kevin."
Oh wait, I
Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
You talk nice.
Kevin.
Are you a musician?
Not right now. Right now, I'm here to look for things. So this is the deal. We need to explore this floor. Got one more floor and explore up there because that's where we've been told the two things are we need. Anything we find along the way that isn't on our list, help yourself, and we're willing to split what we find 50-50 with you.
So if it's not on your list, we have to go 50-50 with you of the stuff that's not on the list.
If it's not left, we don't care.
But you'll go 50-50 the stuff that is on the list.
Yeah, if you want it. If you don't, we'll have it.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Oh.
Sounds good. If only we had a dice store, then we could.
I'll tell you, but how about we make arrangements when we get all the stuff? Because if it ends up being that we provide all the security detail, we may want some more things. I mean, bullets aren't cheap.
Well, you can always come back to our boss who might pay you extra.
Okay. Boss? Where's your boss?
Oh, it's this weird little bloke over north of Flight Town. He wants us to go pick up some bits. He sends us over here. Weird stuff, but hey, he gives us money. Caps. Tack.
Okay. Well, let's start looking for stuff then. Have you got the list on you? Do you have a duplicate in case we find some stuff?
So, what we need to do is there's something called a pharmacy here, and they've got these jars of
Medicine.
looks like water, Sakit sloshes, and he wants them, all of them, as much as we can carry.
Big jars of fluid that sloshes.
Yeah.
Probably morphine.
Painkiller, yes.
Sloshy fluid. That's what he said. Anyway.
Any
next.
sloshy fluid? Pink fluid, white fluid, clear fluid, viscous?
He gave me a description. It's in these like white tub with a screw lid. Shake it, it sloshes.
Okay.
Sure.
And and the next floor up, there's some bits he wants from a lab. So some like tools for him to, I don't know, make things, I guess.
Tools would be good actually. We need tools too.
Yeah.
Painkillers, drugs. The good kind of drugs, not the hey kind of drugs. The ones that are actually helpful. The ones you need.
Both.
The ones you need.
Oh. Both.
We're here for one, possibly.
Maybe 2.
Oh god. Is there anything you can do to help?
No, it's just how he's born.
Oh jeez. All right, okay. All right, lead the way. Or do you want us to lead the way? How armed are these people?
You can see that Kevin doesn't seem to have. He's basically got like a bit of paper in one hand, and he's got like an old one of those old torches where you squeeze them. Like a little, one of those. He's got one of those old things. It's really crap in that as soon as he stops doing the squeezing thing, it goes out. But he's got one.
Is it a penguin?
Is it a penguin?
It may once have been a penguin, but it's pretty old and grotty and just like kind of it's got so much tape and stuff wrapped around it. It's difficult to make anything out.
Your list. Show Wilhelm.
It's a map.
Do you not have a list?
Got it.
You said you had a list.
I glance
No.
at it. Yep, got it.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
It's literally this map is like it's got like a little arrow that goes up, a little corner thing, left, up, down. So it's literally someone's just like taken a bit of paper and just drawn an arrow going around things to show them where to go to. And it's got next to it's got number 1 and number 2.
No list of the things you want.
No, you just say get useful stuff.
Damn it. Okay, no worries.
But you said this.
You said list. He said he gave you a list of things
He
you
just
wanted.
he said like
Oh,
he
he gave
told
you a
me
verbal
things,
list. Oh, jeez.
but yeah, we'll see what's up there.
You
he
get the
doesn't-
map? Know where we're going?
Yep.
Right, why don't we split up? What do you want to do? You want to get the stuff on the top floor or the stuff on this floor?
But we're on this floor, so
Should we go up?
Up.
Up. Up. Right, we'll go up.
okay. Do you want to meet back here and go up?
Wait, I thought we were going together.
Well,
No.
I'm confused. There's a point of teaming up if we're doing it separately. We just get our own stuff.
50-50.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it with ourselves and it's 100%.
If you got a buyer.
She's a trader.
Bye.
Well, alright, if you're not back here, we'll just go up and get our stuff. I mean, it's a pretty big place. I expect more stuff up there.
I'm just thinking 8 people plodding around is pretty loud.
That's why we thought if we go together, big group scares off most of the little groups of rotters around here.
Or it could attract them.
Might do, but you know.
I mean, evidence A, not very subtle quiet.
What?
So he kicks a new
What
weapon.
room what is the room we're actually in?
At the moment, it's quite a big rectangular room. You'd say it's probably about 20 foot by like 60 foot.
Yeah. So it's a small wardroom.
Yeah.
Okay. While everyone else is talking about whether we should go and scaring the rotters away, I'm just going to go to the door and look out
Okay.
because I can't see anything immediately interesting. All this talking isn't engaging me much. I'm just going to walk to the door and see what's happening.
Yeah, so at the door, it's like a pair of these double doors. One of the hinges has given way and it's kind of collapsed back halfway into the room. So you've got one door upright and one that's back at a 45-degree angle. So you can you can step through it.
Yeah. So we've got one of those magical doors you can't open in Fallout games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, I can clearly see what's on the other side. It won't open. Why not? Okay. I'm just going to peek out. Like, what do I see?
It's pretty dark in here because, the looking up, it's a corridor that goes inside, and most of the other doors, some of the other doors have fallen through there as well. So you've got bits of light coming in from these other rooms like this, you assume, but you can basically see ruins of things or like old machinery laying around. There's bits of whatever was happened to be in the corridor at the time that's like fallen over and broken, but you can't see anything moving. There's just things piled in the corridor, but it's quite dark, so it's difficult to make out exactly what they are. But none of them appear to be moving.
Okay. I'll look back into the room and just be like, you say noise scare them.
Not
Loud noise.
No. Herb, no.
But
No.
could be useful.
It could be useful, maybe, but not right now. We don't want to actually attract them.
But we leave, not be here.
You mean make a distraction?
Yeah.
Oh, I know a great distraction. This is a wardroom, right? That's what I'm asking you, the GM.
Oh,
Is this a wardroom?
yes.
Are there still beds in here?
Yeah, there's like most of them would have basically, because the windows have been blown out, they would have all just kind of gradually like degraded. It's been like 100 years since it would. The bed frames are still there, but there's still like ruined tatters of bedding and stuff.
I'm looking at the beds. I'm looking at the window. And I'm looking at you. You want to make a loud distraction, right?
Yeah.
Bed. Pick a window.
There's definitely lots of metal framed things here you could lob out the
Hell
window.
yeah. You want to make a loud noise? We want them outside, not in here. Do it.
Yeah. Pick a bed near a window.
Okay, you just start hurling things out the window. Just making
I'm
distraction.
gonna try.
Okay.
Alright.
Strength
I
test.
have but the strength of a mortal man, but
Oh jeez. Do you need a hand?
no idea yet.
Sorry, I'll let you be masculine first. I'll let you masculine first. Go for it.
First, I'm just going to walk up and see if I can just move the bed at all. 8.
Okay. You go up to the bed and you like push it, and it does. Yeah. At one point, it probably had wheels on them, but they've long since all just seized up. So you can slide it around with a bit of effort, but it's quite heavy. There's a lot of different. There's a lot of. It's not just a bed. This is a bed with lots of crap stuck to it, like ratchets and winches and all sorts.
Anything
of
useful on it?
Yeah. I mean, there's like little like cogs and things like that on it, but you could
Like
spend.
an O2 canister in there? Some
Not
of
a
them
functional one.
sometimes will. If it's sealed, it should be fine.
Possibly.
I'll have a look.
Would you? Yeah. Do you want to do some kind of investigation search around the room?
Yeah.
Because
I'll let you
there's
guys
like
do a thing. I'll have a look.
there's like about 12 of these beds around here.
Investigation. Would I be able to persuade you
Mm-hmm.
that it is some sort of... No, it's only perception. I
You
can't.
could possibly take a knowledge check because you're trying to figure out with your
I
knowledge
could
what's what.
do that, but that actually gives me no advantage at all, so
Okay,
no.
fine. Yeah, so you search around before and you find one that's like a canister-shaped object. It could indeed contain some kind of compressed gas.
I show it to the person who may know what it is.
Okay.
Do I know what it is?
It's definitely some kind of pressurized tank. It could contain oil, oxygen, water.
Okay.
Does it feel like
No
there's anything
markings
in
on
it?
It's currently attached to the bed.
Okay, I'll rephrase that. There should be a little dial on it. Does that indicate whether there's anything in it?
No. The dial is just like a blackened.
Broken.
I'll take it. I'll shake it.
So it's attached to the bed, like bolted to the bed.
When they touch it, is it cold?
About the same temperature as everything else.
Ah, I'll leave it.
Okay.
It looks like it's too much effort to take off. I'll leave it.
Yeah, so yeah, basically there's just other like bits of junk and stuff. If you wanted to like break things down, try and get spare parts, you could do. Take you a while.
We want to make a loud noise outside. Well,
Yeah, there's
Wouldn't do
bits you could lob out the window. There's
To be fair,
definitely loads of little bits.
the mattresses on these beds would be plastic mats.
hmm.
Chuck them out the window.
In fact, you've also got like
Slap onto
there's
each
like
other.
stands and things next to them. But there's loads of metal debris
Yeah.
across the room you could
Yeah,
chuck out.
that's
Also,
not
you've got the
interesting.
remains of the windows which you could throw outside. Yeah, bits of broken glass stuff everywhere. You could just start hurling stuff out the window if you want to make a noise.
Everything and anything we can chuck out the window to make a really loud noise.
Okay, yeah, you spend like a minute or so doing that, and you notice
Ah,
there's
I know what we do. I just grab small assorted, hard, like heavy-looking things and throw them at the bin underneath the window
yeah,
because we have a gigantic wheelie bin.
yeah, just like hitting
Yeah.
glass against metal just makes this loud.
I'm just having
noise.
great fun trucking like bits of ceiling at a metal bin.
Yeah.
from a first floor
Yeah,
window.
it makes a hell of a racket, and just you hear it resonating across the in there, and yeah, within like a couple of minutes, you've got like large groups of these feral ghouls kind of like coming to investigate the noise. Probably about 20 of them like start milling around outside, kind of like and then some of them look up and see you and start making a noise, and you see some of them trying to climb up the front of the building.
Failures. Alright, well we've cleared some, so let's go for a wander.
Boomer?
No.
Grizzly, did you
Save
pull
it.
the ropes up?
No.
No.
The ones you
Not
climbed
Roll
up?
ropes.
No ropes.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, yeah, some of the ghouls try to climb up the ropes.
Good for them.
Kevin!
Yeah, Kevin runs over seeing this and just like pulls a knife out and cuts through the ropes.
And then pulls the ones up that haven't been climbed up.
No, yeah, basically he just kind of goes, oh shit, just cuts them. There are only two there anyway.
Okay.
Kevin! You lost your own.
Okay, how about we save mocking him until later? Let's go find some stuff.
So, you go to the top floor. You want us to?
No, we need drugs too.
Okay, cool. Come with us then. So yeah, here's the thing. Down there, left, right, straight on. And it's on the left.
I'll follow your directions.
Yeah, you know.
I trust him.
Okay.
Put
Who
him
else
out.
is with Kevin?
That way, then that way, then
Sorry?
that way.
Who else is with Kevin? You said it was they.
Yeah, there's 4 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole time we've been standing here like, you're making a plan, none of the rest have spoken up.
No, they haven't said anything. They've just been down there. So Kevin so goes, yeah, boy, that's Jesse, Morris, and Jerry.
Gypsy, Morris, and Jerry.
They're all rotters.
Do any of them look like they could take us?
The rest of them have like weapons of some kind. Jesse has a club, which is like a baseball bat, which he's obviously modded with some sharp implements. And Morris has got some kind of like a shotgun, and Jerry has a pair of pistols.
Pistol packing mama. Cool.
Okay, I'm walking along. I'm just going to go up to Jesse and go, where'd you get that?
Made it.
Baseball bat?
Mm.
Why?
No, it's not the time, Herb.
He just tells you.
Mock him later.
Yeah.
Frowns at you and then like moves on.
I pull out my pistol and my knife.
Okay, cool. So are you guys going ahead of them or?
No, we'll let the meat shooters go first.
Okay.
I was gonna say no.
I'll go first.
If we could have 2 ahead and 2 behind us, that'd be brilliant.
Oh yeah.
I imagine we get to the door, they all look at the big guy and I go, lady first. To Jesse.
Okay.
Is Jesse female or male?
Jesse.
He's a rotter.
You're unsure.
Yeah, it's a rotter.
Okay.
The only
They
lady
were-
here is me. Fuck you then.
They're all wearing kind of like reasonably protective gear. Like they're wearing like jackets and stuff, so it's all kind of a bit bulky. It's difficult to tell.
I get introduced so as Jesse. I don't leap to male as the
So
I
assassin.
don't see
Jesse is
difference.
basically missing most of their nose.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of.
Fine, I'll go
most of
first.
them right off.
Oh, I was gonna say,
No, Jesse's already
Assume
stepped
their
through. So
gender.
Fine then.
Jesse's already stepped through the door.
Yeah.
He's got his place ready. He looks left and right. Just
Told you it's
starts
me.
off down the corridor.
Nailed it.
I didn't assume.
Sorry, Jesse. What do you identify as?
I don't know.
Just right.
None of it works. Doesn't matter to me anymore.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so Jesse steps out, and then you see Morris and Jerry follow him, and Kevin steps out last after him, and they head off. They step to the right down the corridor.
Follow them through. I don't want to go first. I don't want to go first.
Well, these guys are just in front of me.
Of our group.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
I'll take up the rear actually.
Are you going to stay a little way back, or are you going to stay right behind them, or like leave 20 foot between you and them, or?
I'm not being wary at all.
Okay, so follow
I'm just
behind you.
walking along with them.
That's fine.
I might even try and strike up a conversation with the last one, even if they don't want to talk to me.
Okay.
I'm forceful and annoying that way.
It's yeah, Jerry's the last one. He seems quite happy to talk, but he speaks a very strange, weird way. You can't really make out most of the stuff he's saying. You can kind of tell most of his teeth have gone, and he tends to kind of sort of
I like you, Jerry.
Yeah.
You're funny.
At that point, he's just kind of.
Oh, good joke, Jerry.
Yeah, he seems to gradually be getting slightly more irate every time he thinks you're mocking him at the moment, so he just like gradually gets grumpier and grumpier. Anyway, rest of Jesse leads the group forward. Yeah, you come to this kind of walk down this corridor, like kind of like you're picking your way quite slowly because there's lots of junk on the floor and it's difficult to see. Every now and again, you can hear the sound of Kevin's kind of zing 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 zing, zing as he like charges up his little torch thing and like looks at the ground up ahead, see what's going on. And yeah, you get to this crossroads, and Kevin looks at his map and goes right, left here. And yeah, there's the hallway you're in is probably about 6 foot wide, and it comes as crossroads, and you've got the wider passageways go left and right, so it goes up to about 10 foot wide, and there's another 6 foot one that carries on straight ahead. And they just turn left and go up there. These corridors are got a lot more well lit because they've got windows either on the side of them, which have basically been smashed and broken now, but it means you've got some natural light in here. And there's less junk in these corridors as well. So, in the other junk there are like the remains of chairs and wheelchairs and bits of machinery and things, but along this corridor it's fairly clear. And you can follow them along.
Yeah.
Cool. You go along there and you come to, you can see there's a couple of steel sliding doors to your left, and then there's a door which just flaps down. You can see there's a stairwell there, and Kevin just goes, "What's it?" And it's like, "What's that?" And he like, points over, and Jesse kind of goes and pokes it with his baseball bat, and there's basically like piles of like clothing and blankets and bedding and things. So basically like someone's made like piles of clothing and stuff at the top of the stairwell. It's like, looks like someone's like made a nest.
I want to have a look.
Okay, stride over there, and it looks like basically you've just got someone's basically built like a little.
Is it like an old nest or a new nest? Big nest or little nest?
It looks like it's been there for a long time, but you can see someone's made like an effort to kind of seal the section off. So you can see like before the door fell over, there were like bits kind of like laid along underneath the door and some stuff pinned up to the top as well to kind of stop breezes coming through. And you can see that there's like an open window the other side, and someone's like pinned some fabric over or like a tarp over it to kind of block the window up. So it looks quite old. I mean, this stuff, it doesn't.
Is it long abandoned?
No, it looks like it's been in use fairly recently, but it looks like the bits done to it were a long time ago. But it looks like you suspect like the feral rotters have been dwelling here.
If they're feral.
Pretty organised for ferals.
Well, that probably could have been done years and years ago. The ferals could have just made use of it.
Take a noise check for me.
No.
Okay.
5.
But 5.
Yes.
Alright. Well, with a fairly basic leap of logic, you know that these ghouls next to you these rotters next to you are not feral. Some of the other rotters are feral. You assume there may well be some kind of intermediate state or degradation that may have occurred.
Yeah.
So it could be these rotters were not always feral. Or possibly the non-feral rotters were chased out by the feral rotters.
Either way.
But anyway,
I wanna...
are you going to poke around?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
see if there's anything we're stealing in here. I mean, scavenging.
In that case, I'm going to need you to take a... How deep are you, poking into this?
Oh, pretty much poking into it, yeah.
Okay, because, this... you've got these layers of blankets, but, obviously they've had feral dwellers living for a long time, so there's, layers of filth.
I would like to look for things that are valuable, like a weight to value ratio.
Okay.
Do I want to carry something that's very heavy but that's worth nothing, or I would like to use my skill in buying and selling stuff to know which is the best thing to take.
Okay.
Barter skill.
So my question basically here is that basically this is covered in feral ghoul shit because they've basically been squatting this So how deep are you?
I'm going now. I give no fucks.
Okay,
We are
you're
so
getting
desperate
yourself
for food
completely
and money.
fulfilled.
How much tack do we have? Because I can't remember how much I told you guys you had.
The question is, do you guys actually keep your own tack, or do you get her to keep it because she's basically the merchant? Do you keep your
Actually,
own
would it
tack
be
at
smarter
all?
for me to keep hold of your tack in case you eat it all?
I assume. you
I'm
keep
hungry.
yours,
Nom nom nom.
Or whichever one's keeping you at the time.
Yeah, I assume the merchant looks after my tag.
How much tack did you have?
None. She didn't generate any.
Yeah, why don't you all roll a d4?
Would I have any? Considering I woke up
no,
in a
you
thing.
don't have any.
I have precisely the amount you'd imagine me to have.
1.
Yep.
I
We
have
also have
1
one.
too.
We all have one each.
No.
3 tack in total.
Wow.
I'm going
Hooray!
to put 1 and then bracket 1 for
Okay.
you.
Anyone who's searching through the ghoul scat, I
Me.
need you to take a perception check.
Can I
Yep.
argue my barter? Because
Not
that's
a
what I was
chance.
looking. That's what I was looking to use as a skill to search through for things that are valuable.
I'll let you use your perception with your barter modifiers.
Okay.
So any ranks and bonuses you've got in barter, you can add to your.
Oh, that's epic. I'll take that because it's exactly the same as what I have. 10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's too much better than it could have been.
Cool. Yeah, you search through there, and you find there's a couple of bits that, like, underneath the blankets and things. So you find, first of all, a shotgun.
Fuck yeah! How good is this shotgun?
It's a double-barrel shotgun, like a one with a breech where you break it. And
Yeah.
So fairly standard fare.
Is it like a really well-maintained one?
No, it's obviously been here a very long time. It's been under blanket, so it's been like it hasn't gone completely to hell.
So is it like an everyday, or is it a bit rusty?
I'm gonna go with rusty because it's been obviously laying here for a while, but it does look like it could be cleaned up.
Ah, rusted.
But it's currently rusted.
That's cleanable.
Yeah.
That's alright, I know a man.
Cool. Also, you find a machete.
Fuck yeah. Would this also be a somewhat rusted machete?
This one will be. No, I'm gonna say it's every day. It's clearly got some rust marks on it, but it's not a. You don't think it would affect its ability to function.
Sweet.
And you also find a small. You find 3 small silver cases, which, when you open them, have syringes in them.
Syringes.
Yep.
Of what?
There are.
Is it like one in each?
No, so each case you've got 3 cases you open. Each one's got 3 syringes in them. One of them, all 3 syringes are empty.
Oh, chuck that.
It's
not used to me.
Well, the syringes would still be usable. They're just empty.
Yeah.
As in they're unused.
Yeah, they're just like empty syringes.
Usable but empty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not used. They're just.
That's why I wanted
syringes.
to check. I'm not taking used needles.
Yeah. No, and in the other cases.
That's a one.
Yep.
So you've got one case which I'm gonna say it's got a green dot. Someone's like put a green paint dot or something on the side of it, and you open it up and it's got 2 syringes with liquid inside them, and one which has clearly been used and put back.
If it's used, I'm chucking it.
Okay.
Yep. Next.
And you open the other one, and again it's got 1 used and 2 that are from liquid. Does anyone have any ability to identify?
I do. I have medic.
Here, Wilhelm. This is your kind of gig.
Alright, have a look. I have a look. Using my medic skill, I crit.
Oh, damn.
Oh, excellent. You know that 2 of these syringes contain stems.
Fuck
And
yes.
2 of them contain stim.
So, 2
basically,
stems.
The function of stems is that they give you a +3 bonus on endurance checks for weekly recoveries. So if you have something like someone blows your arm off, you need to basically take recovery checks to see how you can recover from that, or if you break a leg, how long it takes you to recover from a broken bone. So it gives you an advantage to that. And stim is basically stabilise a dying character to 1 hit point. So if someone is bleeding to death and you give them an injection of this, it will basically stabilise them.
Could be handy.
Pretty useful.
Yes.
Do you want to keep them, Doc?
Alright, yes. Slip them in my book bag.
2 stems and 2 stems in.
At this point, I wade into the room and make the most important scavenging items. I rip the tarp off the window. Good tarp, hard to find. Rip.
Okay.
It's very true.
You have a tarp.
I tie it around my neck as a cape. I get all my stuff, I chuck it into the tarp, and I wrap the tarp around it, and tie
Do
it
you
around my neck.
carefully collect the drawing pins as well?
No.
Okay.
They may still be in it.
Yes.
So he's now stabbed
This
himself in
cape
the
is
neck.
stabby.
You have a slightly drawing pin encrusted tarp.
Cool. Well, we've gained some weapons and you have some drugs. We can sell
have a
this
tarp.
machete in the shotgun and get it cleaned up.
I'm saying you can also have D6 shells with the shotgun as well.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I also looked through the nest.
That was everything that was in there.
That was everything anyway. Okay.
Yeah, we'll assume between all of you found this.
I only scored a 6 anyway.
Having ripped the tarp down, what can I see outside?
It's just you can see over in front of the hospital. There's a like a large square area with like a barrier around the outside of it, and you can see rusted hulks of cars and things in it. And then you can see there's a road and then other demolished buildings just the other side of it.
Oh, so this tells me which side of the hospital we were on. Excellent.
You would of course assume that I actually know the layout of Worthing Hospital and not making all the
He has
assumptions
no
I get.
idea.
Well, no, but as in
He literally has
oh,
no
yeah,
idea.
no, I mean if we've walked in and turned left and we're looking at the front, I assume we've walked in on one side of a building. I now have a better frame in my head of which side of a building I'm in.
Yeah, we say what he has no idea.
Yeah.
He literally has no idea.
That's cool.
Don't leave it away.
I'm just like, front.
Good job.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're proud.
Anyway, so Kevin looks at us. Alright, ready to carry on?
Yeah, carry on.
Okay. And yeah, heads down the end of the road and you see there's on the wall there you can see like the damaged remains of like a sign that's like written on the wall. It says pharmacy this way, which is a bit black in the room, but you can still just make it out. And he turns in there, and you can see that there's like a normal looking door, one of these double doors, and then once you step through that, you've got another more secure set of metal doors, which are shut.
They want to stop the animals getting out the farm.
No, it's farm assay. It's just got drugs in them.
Oh. No sheep.
No, just drugs.
No horses.
It's a different kind of farm. You know, there are two types of farm: animals and one with plants.
I'll be honest, I'm
Yeah, this
surprised you even like pronounced it right.
He's very good at sounding out things. I'm not.
He knows
He's
what
very-
pH sounds like. That's interesting. Doesn't know what
He's
it
better
means.
at the pronouncing thing than I am, so I go with him. This is one instead of like looking after animals or like growing plants, they have drugs here instead. It's a farm filled with drugs.
Ah, they grow drugs.
They
Why
don't-
didn't you say?
They don't quite grow them. They store.
I'm just gonna walk up and like try and like pull the doors, like shake them, pull them.
I say while you've been discussing this, Jesse has just walked through these doors and just kind of like gone into the room, and everyone else has followed him along. And yeah, you go in there, and you can see that there's basically like there are tables set up here. Looks like this was used to like some place where like different mixes and things were done here. There's like ruins of old bits of machinery and stuff. Everything in here looks in a lot better, in like a much better state than the rest of it. You can see that the actually it's actually the light from the door is all you have apart from Kevin, who's like using his torch to view the rest of it. But you can see that there's no windows in here. This area is kind of a sealed room, so everything in here is much better condition than outside. And you can see there's like there are various different like pots and packs and things scattered around the room.
No.
So,
actually dark.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
quite
Kevin goes round.
Oh, you can turn the heater then. Spin it round. Rather than letting all the hot air out immediately.
That just goes pretty quickly, didn't it?
The
pretty
heating,
chilly.
the heating from that isn't great. As soon as you open the door, it will just the top one, and then spin it towards us.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like always all the way off.
There's
now.
just no arrow on the dial.
Yeah, you basically
I'm just
turn
like,
it off.
You just turn it all the way around.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll turn it most of the way down.
It's off.
Here we get to
Okay,
go
it's right
up
above.
But yeah, so and along the walls there's basically these cabinets. So Kevin's basically going over these cabinets and opening their
Wilhelm.
locks, but he's basically just smashing the locks. And
Wilhelm, what drugs do we need?
Do I know?
basically, round here, the ones he's looking into, any of the. Take a medic check. We'll see.
Well,
what you know.
I'm looking for drugs for
Yeah,
him.
we're looking for him.
Okay.
We're trying to cure him of whatever sickness is overcoming him.
Do you know what you've made him sick with?
Probably.
Give us a name for it then.
Grover generating stuff on the fly.
I'm not good at generating on the fly.
Okay. We'll come back to what it is then. We're going to say that.
Pixophenia.
You don't know the actual. You don't know the cure for it.
It's pixophenia.
So you know that from medical research, general antibiotics and things like that. But you don't know. You know the thing that infected him, but you don't know how to cure it. So you go and go, oh, I've seen that before. I know what that is. How do you fix it? I don't know. I just know what it is.
Yeah, like if you notice an infection, you know kind of what drugs you could possibly use to treat him with.
Like an experiment.
Yes.
You could see someone go, that's scarlet fever. That is like, oh, how do you fix scarlet fever? Like, I don't know.
Take him to a doctor.
Also, like medical, like texts and stuff, we'd probably be looking for too.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually here for until he.
You're going to search around the room because there might well be some in this room.
There may
Have a
be,
look around.
for example, in a pharmacy, there may in fact be some sort of
Pharmaceutical
book
Oh, I
containing
can't
all
remember
the
the hell-
drugs.
I can't remember what the hell it's called.
Yeah, I
What's
know.
the name?
You should know. You should know.
Yeah.
It's your job.
So yeah, I'll rephrase that. Wilhelm, what are we looking for?
A book at the moment. Something that'll tell me what to do.
Okay.
Anyway,
Textbook.
while you guys are basically like looking around this room, you can see the rest of the team have basically they've all got packs on, and they're going around breaking the doors or the locks of these cabinets, and basically taking out these particular like jars they want and loading the backpacks up with them, sealing them, and then just rotating around so they're all load their packs up.
So if I rolled a 12 medic or a 10 medic perception, can I find this medical textbook?
You can search around. There's like over in one corner. There's a whole cabinet filled. It's an unlocked one. It's just like a glass fronted cabinet, but it's full up with these different textbooks and things on there. So yeah, you look through it and you can see basically there's ones that tell you how to mix different compounds together to make various different drugs. And you can basically from looking around at what is
Yes,
in these cupboards, you can see they're basically that all these cupboards around here are basically different compounds and materials which will be mixed together to form different medications and treatments.
So this is more of a research lab than a pharmacy.
Basically, yeah, this is where you've basically got raw ingredients which will be combined together to make whatever they need.
Sweet.
So you basically can see that one of the things that they're getting are basically they're actually putting a few different ones out with different labels and names on them. So they obviously know a few selections that they've been asked to get, and they're basically stocking themselves up with this.
Well, seeing what they're doing, I'm just going to take my backpack off. Well, I'm going to pull the top off first. It's apparently covering my backpack, which I just remembered I have. Being that I actually own nothing apart from a spinal board and a top.
You still got your board?
Yeah. I'm just going to go to a shelf with a number of vials and boxes and things on it. Just open my backpack and sweep it in.
Okay. Did you want to go and advise him on particular ones or anything like that?
Well, I would know
Yeah.
some basic drugs, right? If he's currently looking through and finding out what he should have.
Might be able to know what's valuable.
I know. Yeah, I know what's valuable. For example, morphine. That may be something I'm very familiar with. Paracetamol, ibuprofen, all the really basic stuff. I'm assuming that she would know because it would be valuable things. Like basic antibiotics, anything with ill in at the end, she'd be like, that does people when they're really sick.
Yeah.
So I could help him with that.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you go and
So we can increase our yield of weight to money ratio.
anyone who's doing anyone who's trying to basically find these chemicals, take a medic check and we'll see how valuable the parts are you.
Oh,
I'll have that. Quick.
Nice.
13.
17. I have an 8 in medic.
Son.
This is the only thing I'm good for. Medic and knowledge.
So
Is this the point where you're going to steer me to the next shelf to empty?
Yeah.
I've
start
literally just
swimming
emptied
and
a single
move
shelf.
to the next
You're
one.
just like, this one.
So Wilhelm got 18 and Cara.
Your wife's
Karen.
name is Karen.
Karen, sorry.
Carl is a completely different universe.
Yeah. It's different
And
galaxy,
what'd you roll?
same universe.
Yeah.
13.
Anyone else assisting or is it just you
Yeah,
guys?
I got a crit.
He
Got a
crit.
crit.
So the three of us are helping him get decent drugs. I'm
Yeah.
trying to go for the
Colin.
Colin.
I will
The
eventually.
question is, what does Colin consider decent drugs? We don't know anything about this prick.
Mm-hmm. It's alright, if he picks up anything dodgy, I'll know. If it's
I
not
don't
worth
trust
anything,
him.
we're not taking it.
Go call them all.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
We're taking all the really expensive drugs and anything he says we need to take for you.
Ah.
Yeah, just a lot of broad spectrum antibiotics, basically.
Diclofenic.
You're a walking pharmacy knowledge.
have needed some in the past.
You make drugs? Or do you sell them? Are you a druggie?
No. I just know a little bit.
Okay, yes. You found a medical textbook which tells you about how to combine different bits in here. It's basically like it's basically like a print. Someone's basically like got a binder file and printed a load of these out, hole punched them and put them into this thing. So rather than a book, it's more like a file. But
you should definitely start writing down the list of things that you've read, so that if like something comes up eventually, like, oh, there's a bunch of drugs that are randomly sitting, you're like, wait a minute, I can make stims out of this.
That's a good point.
But you have like a 90% recall.
Need like a section for this because it's going to get long.
Yeah.
Yes. So you have like a 90% recall. You should definitely write down this stuff.
Yeah. So you've basically got like the medical
A pharmacopoeia.
You've got the Worthing pharmacopoeia. There you go.
Too good to be a math.
Hmm?
Too good to be a math. Because that just tells you brand names of things. And what they're for.
Alright, so we're going to section out the stuff that you think we need, and then everything else will be the... Why don't, with your big spinal board, why don't we put the tarp around it and on top so you can drag it and we can take more things?
That sounds loud and difficult.
And breaky.
It is loud and difficult.
And
But we can carry it and we'll be
like
able to
you
take more
said.
things. So if you grab one end, I grab the other.
If you with the board, if you're going to, it basically has like basically different like things to tighten it up and adjust it. So you could actually like
That's
loosen
something.
it, bend it, and wrap the tarp around it and make basically like a bucket
Yeah,
from it.
so we can carry a lot more things like that, and we can have backpacks on too.
Yeah. I'm basically sitting in a corner with the book open in my hands going...
Yoink, yoink, yoink.
Just like every now and then shouting out something.
Yeah. Oh, want this? Okay, yeah. Yoink.
Cool. So yeah, at this
Alright,
point,
so what do we put down on our... I'm going to have a separate sheet for stuff we're carrying on in the spinal board as opposed to carrying in our backpacks.
Does this place have a dispensary robot?
Not an active one.
yeah,
I can make
there's no
it.
power or anything in here. So.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't need to be. But in the controlled substances area, you might have. They often in these sorts of places have a place where people don't go, and you have a robot arm that retrieves things for you from a rack, so you don't have to be in the
Like a
room where the
bigger
thing's
place.
Right. Okay.
stored.
Yeah, big place one.
Yeah. So at the back of the room, you've basically got like a little, almost like a photo booth, but a bit bigger, with like a glass front on it and like a little kind of like almost like a letterbox thing you like lift open, and yeah, it looks like there would have at some point been like some kind of robotic thing there, but yeah, there's like a door on the side which you can use to get into there if you want to.
Sure.
Okay.
What do I put, first of all, what do I put on the spinal board inventory list? Do I just put a fuck ton of drugs?
I've actually made a note of it here.
I was gonna say,
So,
just to put,
yeah,
you can
I
maybe
need
your
to know
character sheet
because
and stuff,
If you
your-
just put
your
like
bag of
just put
holding.
down like pharmacy material 13, and you can put pharmacy material 18 on yours.
Nice.
I'm carrying everything.
You're carrying everything.
You know, like we're talking about the spinal board.
Yeah.
All the stuff that we've nicked from the all the stuff that we have scavenged from the pharmacy is going in that, so we can carry more stuff.
Right. Okay.
Can I try and keep 5 for myself?
Okay, so I'll just do pharmacy 13 and 13.
You allow me to keep this 5.
Yeah. Do what you want. I trust
Put
you.
pharmacy
I'll do some
45 in there.
experimentation.
Whoa. Okay.
Huh?
Pharmacy 45.
Wow.
Oh, don't worry. I will barter that up like there's no tomorrow.
Basically, my concept was that if there was at any point a dispensing robot, even if it's absolutely buggered and depowered, it will look flashy. Especially to the eyes of people who haven't had robots. in
Actually,
their
like
lives.
Mitchell would really like it. We should take it back for him.
You also if you're interested in the electronics side of
Oh
it,
hell no. Hell no.
there'll be circuit
But
boards
my
and
dog
stuff there
could
you could take.
Just remembered who Mitchell is.
That's my husband.
Yeah, you've got like there'll be like circuit boards in there which probably won't be too damaged, so you could try and salvage some of them if you wanted
Yeah.
to. Okay. Yeah, so you can grab some circuit boards. So you just like add a circuit board to there from this arm, and if you want the arm itself, you can have circuit board and robotic arm.
Okay.
She's like, ooh, like gizmos. Oh, I like this. Like, oh, look at it. I'm just like, arm.
That is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, you can see it at the back, like on the back, like wall of
I know
this
I
thing.
just mocked you for not remembering your wife's name. What was our daughter's name?
It was Bella.
Bella.
Named after the dogs.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, carry on. Sorry, I just couldn't remember.
So yeah, on the back of this wall, like where like this robot arm would pick things up, you can see there's very small vials that would have contained very small amounts of substances. They've obviously dried up over time. There's nothing in there that's like still valid, but yeah, you've got the real robot arm and stuff. So when you finish doing this, you can look around and see Kevin and his crew have basically finished kind of like packing the bits they want in there. They're like, right, we've got what we want. Are you happy with what you've got?
Well, I think we are. Did you get anything you need, Colin?
Basic supplies. Yeah, standard medication. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then we're good. So
Okay.
we'll rock on to the next area.
Aeropods. We need to find aeropods.
What? You're what?
Aeropods. I think you'd find in here. Don't worry.
Oh no, what that is.
Aeropod. It's a pharmaceutical unit of sterile water.
Alright.
You get them in
Okay.
small, like flat small like packs, almost like little ice pops.
Okay.
But they would be incredibly handy in a place where there's not much sterile water.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Clean
Also,
water.
it's
Very
Yeah.
bad.
water sealed in plastic, for presumably the better part of 1,000 years. So if they were,
100 or whatever.
if any weren't popped, they would still be here.
Fair enough.
That
Anyway,
would probably be included in the pharmacy 45.
like at the moment you've just got stuff. We'll deal with what that stuff is
Yeah,
later.
that's
Oh
fine.
yeah. I just thought I'd mention it in case we go like, hey, we found them in our pharmacy stuff, and you'll be like, what the fuck's that? So
Okay.
I'd mention it while we're here.
So yeah, so that's basically it. So goes like, right, next we've got to go upstairs, and so we can go back and go up those little stairs we found with a little kind of nest in it.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, as you guys are walking back towards it, you kind of come back to the stairs, look over, and they're going first, aren't they?
Yeah, we're not
Oh,
going
yes.
first.
Yeah, as you're walking around, Jesse's taking the lead again. You see as they kind of reach around, looks around the corner and kind of holds her hand up and kind of stops you guys and kind of leans back around and just kind of points back up the corridor, and they kind of creep back up to you guys and go, there's some ferals in the stairway when we were just a minute.
How many?
So it looks over at Jesse and just I saw at least like several, 3, 4, maybe more.
Distraction party?
Boomer.
No.
Distracting.
Yes, I know, but we kind of don't want to be like smoked out.
Windows.
We need to be able to go up the stairs. They're not going to run into the fire. And if you threw it at them, they'd be fighting the stair when we had to go up the stairs. Maybe later. I'm sorry, I put my hand on his shoulder.
Okay.
But there are plenty of other things we can throw in here. What is there to throw in here?
It's like loads of junk in the corridors. It's like
The staircase that was at went down as well, right? As well as up.
that's the staircase here. Staircases tend to go up and down when you're on the first floor anyway.
Oh, it's on top floor.
No, there's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
floor up anyway. That's where he's going next.
Idea. I go back into the pharmacy and I drag out one of the big dispensing benches. Big old metal table.
Right.
It's like,
Right now, we're just going to pull them to us.
How far are you dragging it?
I'm just like going to pull it like towards the door.
Right.
Like in the process of doing this, it will be a big heavy thing.
Yeah.
Like help. Pull.
Yeah, fine. I'll go help him.
Okay.
I flip it up onto its side so it's standing, sort of probably about 5.5 foot, 6
Is
foot
it
high.
in this pharmacy room you're just in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna be like, barrier, push down the stairs. Rock this other side of barrier.
Yeah, but that only work to do some of them down, not the ones that are coming down from the top.
I point at the girl as well, isn't it? Their problem. Weapons.
Probably not the safest idea.
MacLeod doesn't hear other plan.
My other plan is to make a distraction.
Table distracting.
Yes, but not going into them. Going into the pile of however many rotters there are is not a good idea. If they hurt us, we're in trouble. I'm already like bleeding from the neck as it is. How fast can you run?
Average
How many
speed.
times can we ask him this? One evening.
Yeah, but before I didn't care because she doesn't know him. I care. She doesn't.
Alternatively, do we have any more rope?
No, we only have those.
Okay.
What's your plan? We may not need rope.
My plan was to get to a window rather than having to deal with the stair situation. Try and get the rope.
Look like a grappling hook.
Correct.
There's plenty of bed sheets around.
Sounds dangerous. Not sure how we're going to transport the bed full of stuff up a rope.
We can come back for it. It's fine. Huh.
Alright.
If rotters aren't not you. If rotters aren't dealt with, they follow.
Yes, but we have advantage. We are above them.
Uh-huh.
They're below.
We have
Gravity.
the high ground, Anakin.
They're still on stairs.
Yes, but we can knock them off the stairs down. So they hurt themselves.
Yes.
Like when you fell down the stairs and you know, hurt yourself. Remember how painful that was? There he is. We can make them do the same thing. Besides, you could, just knock each one down. It's a lot safer and easier. We go up, we use the top, and then we knock them down. There's only so many that can get to us from at the top, rather than coming from both sides, which would be silly. Alright, where's the nearest linen or beds or linen cupboard?
You look at Kevin and he's just like,
I'm not looking at him, I'm looking at you.
oh, okay, so yeah.
See, this is why I really like to have character voices. You know when I'm talking to you.
Well, when you look at me, I just assume that you're talking in character. Would your character know what linen closet would be?
Yes.
Okay. Then wandering up and down the corridor, there's basically there are doors all up the corridor. Do you want to just start opening doors until you find one?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, you just poke around for a while. After you wander up the corridor, turn down into the little one back towards where you came from, and down there you open one of these and you've got a small cupboard, basically half the size of this room, probably a quarter the size of this room, and there's just shelves piled up with blankets and bed sheets and things like that.
Cool. I grab a bunch of the bed sheets and we'll start making some ropes.
These
This
ones are in
place is
pretty good
surprisingly
conditions.
well equipped.
Well,
I thought it'd be looted a long time ago.
may not be. I mean, if it's always been full of feral rotters.
True.
Besides, we're looking for some very specific things. Not everyone would want to steal all the blankets.
Not everyone's stupid enough to come upstairs.
Yeah.
Trapped.
It's okay. If you're feeling claustrophobic, it's alright. There are no windows. I start making rope.
I will
Ah,
assist.
window plan.
In that case,
Yes.
I'm going to take a crafting check to see how sturdy you make these things.
I assist.
Yeah, go for it. Crafting check as well.
Yeah.
15, motherfucker.
13.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you tie these ropes together, and you even managed to find some bits of metal laying in the corridor, and put a little crossbar at the top of it as well, so you've got something you can wedge in.
We are good at this. You're pretty handy.
While these guys are making a method of trapping us on a higher floor, I'm going to correspondingly create a device to allow us to safely get to a lower floor by simply stealing beds, stealing the big plastic horrible foam mattresses off of beds and just throwing them out the
Well, if
window.
you go back to the ward, you could literally just like grab all the mattresses, there's remains of them, and just dump them out the window at roughly the same place to make like a little pile.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And what you
I'm
could
going to
also
make a
do
gigantic crash map,
is
basically.
if you were to then climb up above that, if any of you fell, you would also land on something reasonably soft.
Yeah.
Though there are a load of feral ghouls outside that window still, so you would land on something soft and then be ravaged by feral ghouls.
I could chuck them out of the windows. The
One
window
thing
with
at
the
a time. One thing at a time.
room with the scan.
Okay, it's usually go the other side of the building and find a different ward and throw it. Yeah, okay, you can do that.
It's a hospital. There are lots of wards.
Yeah, there's loads of wards. So you
Part-time
just, it depends. Are you going to wander off away from the group to look for this? Or?
Oh, we were opening doors willy-nilly.
Yeah.
I imagine we found at least one wardroom.
Okay. Yeah, so you went down. So where you've just gone back to was basically down the corridor you originally came from, but you could also go opposite from that because you had the corridor stretch off in two directions, and you guys came out to the left. So if you go left down that way, are you going down that way alone to look for another wardroom? Or?
Well, I don't imagine this plan occurred to me before we started looking for a linen closet.
Okay. So are you going to tell
I'm
them you're
literally
doing this,
like-
or are you just going to wander off?
I don't know how many doors we would have opened before we found a ward. Don't imagine that many, being that it's a hospital.
No.
But
You
you
found,
know-
you found this pretty quickly because you kind of went back because down the main corridors there's not really any little doors, so you just kind of went down there.
Thank you.
So basically, we're looking for the linen closet. I've the first door, the second door I open it. There's a ward full of beds. I'm just like, ha! And these guys wander up while I go and chuck the mattresses out of a window.
Yeah, I'll say the ward's kind of like where you are there. Those are the windows you just cause distraction as the ghouls are out there. If you go up the corridor further to the way, you can go to the other side of the hospital and throw them out that side where there are, as far as you're aware, less feral ghouls. But that will involve you wandering up some corridors you haven't currently walked up. Basically, the ward you
I'm
currently
Do
go to.
it.
I'm going to wander to the room where the scat in and throw them out the window there because I've looked out that window and it's not on the
You
same
mean the
side as the
stairway?
building.
It's a stairway.
Is it still?
That's
Yeah.
where the current feral
Yeah.
waters are.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where the ferals are. That's where
So
the
you
next
literally
ones we
started
definitely
this
go there.
ward, walked out here to a big corridor, down here and found a stairway, and then down here to the pharmacy.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, you've gone back up here now to the ward.
Okay.
There is also another, there's another corridor that goes over this direction to the, well, assumably be another ward over there, but you haven't yet been up this corridor, so you could walk up there alone. But this is, that would be a possibly hazardous thing to do.
Screw it. Herb's not clever enough to consider that.
Okay, are you gonna go Herb this way and walk up, or are you just gonna?
Well, I'm
quietly
going to be
sneak
dragging
away?
a ward's worth of mattresses that
Okay.
way, so I don't imagine I'll be able to do it sneakily or in a single trip.
Okay. And if you're gonna go with the Herb who's dragging mattresses up the.
And we're making room.
Yeah, we've got
I'm
our
still
own.
reading.
Yeah.
I'm just like walking behind everyone with my face in the book.
Okay.
Maybe some of the four rotters who are now have no way of getting out because they cut their ropes.
Yeah. We'll have. They'll come with you because hey, they have nothing better to be doing. So yeah, Kevin and the crew follow you along the corridor. You head along the corridor there, and you've got another of these little ones. So Kevin's just like next to you, kind of squeezing his torch and making little whirring sounds and like pointing light at the corridor. There's basically a lot of crap in the way, so you're having to kind of basically like kick things out of the way and like move them aside because it's only like a 6 foot wide corridor. You're dragging up thing which take up most of the room, and there's loads of crap piled up in these corridors, like bits of chairs and stuff that have like rotted and collapsed. So yeah, you're making a bit of a noise doing this, but so can I get you to take a perception check for me?
Nope.
Nope.
It's a 3.
Okay. You dragging this around, it gets caught on something, and you're just like kind of like you just turn around, grab it, and kind of yanking back at it. And Jesse's next to you, kind of moving some stuff out of the way, and he just suddenly looks up. He's like, "Do you hear that?" And
No. Keep going.
as you hear that, you hear you don't actually hear anything, but you feel something bash into you from the side, which is Jesse knocking you out of the way. And as you kind of pick yourself back up the floor, you look up and you can see Jesse laying on the floor, his arm up with a dog with its jaws latched around his arm, and he's attempting to kind of hit it with a club, but he's currently on the floor with this dog glued to the floor. And you see some rotters past him, kind of running down from the far end of this corridor.
I assume angry, frothy rotters.
Yes.
Okay.
We've, I mean, it's difficult to judge. It's quite dark, but yeah, you can tell they're rotters. You can't really tell if they're foaming or not, but they certainly seem to be running up the corridor towards you.
They are not running at you with a white flag saying,
Yeah,
"Please
they,
help me."
They have their arms out. They may be trying to deliver hugs at vast range, like
Long range
attack hugs.
attack hugs.
Attack hugs.
Struggle cuddles.
Yes.
No, that's a different kind of cuddle.
Who knows? I'm not presuming. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm laying there on top of a oddly folded hospital bed, like mattress. Ah. Okay. First things first. Bad dog.
Do we hear this?
Yeah, I'm gonna say he probably shouts this quite
I
loudly.
think we
Yeah,
are.
you hear this. So yeah,
Oh,
so you guys are currently like in like further corridor. So yeah, you guys could be kind of like heading your way there, but it'll be a while before you turn up. So yeah, go on then, try and punch this dog.
Hooray!
no.
That's always good. I punched that dog. The solid 12.
Nice.
Yep, you definitely hit the dog.
Yes. Huzzah.
Yeah.
Hooray! All of 4 damage.
Okay, yeah, you punch at it, and it kind of almost budges, a little bit, but it's quite a bulky dog. It's not particularly tall, but it's quite solid, and you can see that it also looks like it's suffered some like rotterism.
It's like a rotter staffy.
Yeah, some kind of like pretty bulky dog. So.
Rotterism dog. Nice.
Wow.
And this is currently kind of like chewing on Jesse's arm. Anyway, so while Jesse's basically, let's see how Jesse manages to try and get his arm out of that. Not very well. No, he does really badly at that. So he's trying to kind of like, he's basically laying there in a bundle trying to kind of hit this dog with this club, but at the same time the dog's kind of like hitting
Shaking.
to the floor and shaking him. So yeah, he's not doing very well in that. So Kevin doesn't have any range weapons, so he's not going to do anything very useful. But Morris has a gun, so he's actually going to shoot up the corridor because he doesn't want to accidentally shoot Jesse. And Morris and Jerry is going to shoot up the corridor and see if they do anything. That's not going to do anything useful because it's a 1. And that's a 2. So yeah, they're confused by the darkness and dogs, and they're just like firing warning shots wildly in the air, which has been fairly effective. You definitely hear that as well. So yeah.
Oh crap.
For goodness sake.
Oh crap.
What's going on?
Oh crap.
I like that.
Okay.
Just the foley of that situation. These guys sitting there like plaiting sheets. Doody doody
So
doody.
you're really, really
Bad dog! Boom! Boom! That's not the sound of dog makes.
That's a really big dog.
That's a really bad dog. It's like that dog's exploding.
I'm very worried.
Cool. Anyway, so yeah, it's now basically you guys have now got up and started running down the corridor, but you haven't got there yet. So back to you.
Hooray!
These rotters have now basically made it down the corridor, and they're just like within walking distance of you.
Now is the time.
Right. Pull out my boomer.
Okay.
Snap, motherfucker.
Snippety snap snap. Now is the time for a bottle of sugar.
Drop it at your feet.
Crit!
Okay. Never mind.
So in true Max Payne fashion, I like lamp something in the face with it before it blows.
Yeah, basically you just like lean out over the dog and hurl it across there, and one of the Ross's lead there, it just like hits his chest and just bursts and just sprays this boiling or like a burning petrol, alcohol, whatever it is, across the corridor. And he then just kind of on fire, kind of turns and tries to like basically scram back through his mates, spreading fire to them. The floor's on fire, everything's on fire, screaming rotters everywhere. And you can see this all now because you've actually got like lots of light to see everything with. So you can see that they're definitely rotters, and it illuminates Jesse kind of being mauled on by this dog. You can see there's like lots of blood coming from Jesse's arm now, where she kind of, they are being mauled quite badly. He, she,
They.
it,
You said
they.
he a lot. It's a he.
I said he, but I also said she a couple of times as well. So it's whatever. They.
Confused.
It.
That he is. However they prefer to be, like, referenced.
Call me by my name. That's the other one.
Jesse.
Okay, so
Anyway, yeah, Jesse's arm is being chewed through, there's lots of blood, and the other ghouls are all on fire. And yeah, hopefully you weren't planning on going down that corridor. I'm stupid.
Going well.
getting to at the end of the corridor. What do we see?
You see lots of a pile of burning feral rotters, kind of like writhing and screaming and trying to run around on fire. And you see Jesse on the floor being mauled on by a rot dog. And you see Morris and Jerry kind of covering their eyes and kind of carrying back from these flames in this corridor.
You should be helping your friend. And then I go over and help my friend.
Okay. You
He's
see
their
then
friend, okay.
Morris basically like reloads his shotgun and puts it up and just puts down feral lassie.
Old Yeller.
Yeah. Has been put out to pasture.
At which point I pick up feral lassie and throw it into the flames.
Okay.
Bad dog. Huh.
Just to kind of wrap something around his arm to like
Yeah.
stem the blood flow.
I go, I should probably have a look at that. And
How
I take
clo-
him back to the linen closet and
How close is the?
do a proper
Take a
Tourniquet.
medic check for me.
botch. I cut the circulation to his arm.
Yeah, you do a bit too tight. It's just kind of like,
That should probably do it. You're fine.
alright. He's just
I'm certain that is how you do these things.
yeah, it's like after the road, he's like after a while, his hand just like kind
that-
of curls, like does that clamp up thing where like we just don't get enough
Yeah,
blood.
he's
It's
like, Is this normal? Yeah.
it's
That's
like,
perfectly
it
normal.
shouldn't be doing that.
No, it's exactly how. That's perfectly
He, kind of,
normal.
he basically does like for like the next 10 minutes, he's just like kind of going with his hand like this, and then he's just like, no, it needs to be loosened off, and he just like pulls the band off and then redoes it himself. But yeah, he doesn't actually get any
How close is the big pile of burning rotters to the turning into this corridor?
Pretty close because they were running towards there. So.
They're all still on fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I look at Colin and that one.
Actually,
Herb.
thinking about this also, you guys made a lot of noise, so the feral
This is
rotters
exactly
were,
what I was about to deal with. I hand one end of the rope to you, hand that end of the rope to you, and say just crouch down and hold it. Yeah, about yay height the shin.
Can I slide one of my explosives up there?
I was just thinking
It's
that
not a fiery explosive though.
I was
It's
just
a bang
thinking that we
explosive.
get them to follow.
yeah, you can't see them yet, but yeah, in a second. Yeah.
I was thinking we just get them to follow the sound of this, and I get them to come this way. I jump the rope, and they fall in the rope and fall in the fire.
I mean, that's a.
They're coming for us anyway. This is the easiest way to deal with most of them all at once.
Scooby Doo this shit.
Yeah, Scooby Doo this shit.
Alright.
I take off running in the other direction.
They're probably not stupid enough to jump into fire, but.
Yeah, that's the point. They go around the corner, trip because the rope is there, and then they'll go into the fire.
Yeah, the fire's not literally at the corner because these guys had walked. They'd
Exactly.
started
That's what I was
dragging
asking
the
how
rope
close it was.
it's probably about 20 foot down the corridor.
No, we still trip them over, and then you can stab them in the head.
What you could do is it's 10 foot wide there. If one of you stood in one corridor or the other, and the rest of you stood in the corridor, you could just pull it tight as they ran past and trip up.
Do that too.
Totes.
Toads. Right, I'll leave these guys to deal with the rope
This is
situation.
the point where I just stand. I stand exactly where I was with the rope and just go like, "Go on."
I'm just running. I'm already running from.
I'll change
no
rope
time.
height if he
The,
does.
Morris and Jerry with their guns are basically just standing back over the corridor. So you've got the long corridor here, the two little offshoots here. You've got you two that are standing there with the rope across, which you're going to pull tight. The ghouls are coming from rotters are coming from
Yeah,
this way.
I
and
basically want
everyone's-
to get them to come around the corner.
Yeah, so basically you've got Jerry and Morris are standing just past there with their guns ready as they run up the corridor.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go around and like, hello, rotters.
Okay, so you're going to try and get to go.
I
up
want them.
the
I want to come round the corner and fall over, so that we
Okay.
can basically, as they hit the deck, we can just smash their heads in.
Okay, so in that case, Jerry and Morris are going to tuck themselves into the other side, so with their guns, so they can shoot them as they run towards you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. They're going to try that. Okay, so
I run
yeah,
around the corner.
you hear the sounds of these feral ghouls running up the
Mhm.
corridor.
And then
Okay.
wait till they get close enough and oh, I really need to run now.
Okay, go for it. In that case, I'll need to do an opposed dexterity check to outrun the ghouls again.
I'm not gonna get sure. Also, to be fair, I've got to jump maybe a rope.
I assume they're not going to lift it until you get past, but yeah.
Screwed.
4.
actually a draw. So in that case, you literally make it through there with his good, like, his rotters reaching, like they're literally just like the hands that you feel their hands brushing the back of your hair,
like I'm running really fast, like, guys! I regret everything as I turn the corner.
Okay, I'm gonna need you guys who are doing on the rope. This will need to be a. I think it'll be a dexterity check because you want to do this at the right time. Yes, yeah, reflex save.
We're waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
Doing something quickly after it.
Do I have to reflex to jump over the rope? Would that help?
Go for
Nope.
it, yes, because if they fail,
God.
then you're going to need to, like, if they do
You're
too
gonna
early,
barge.
you're going to need to try and jump this thing.
I'm going to use a legendary point.
You're just
I
sitting
don't
there,
wanna know.
one side gets pulled and you're like, oop, and it gets pulled out your hand.
Ooh. 14.
Okay.
I can skip rope with the best of them.
Nope.
Please don't say you botched too.
No, I had a 9, but I re-rolled and I've got a 7.
So we've got 7 and
Botch.
Botch.
a botch. Okay.
Oh,
It
Excellent.
gets pulled out of his
idiot.
hand.
So
You have
what
a legendary
happens?
point, use it.
Yeah, this is more funny.
So yeah, basically you two are getting ready to do it, and suddenly Herb goes, "Go!" and just wrenches as hard as he can, and this rope just flies
I
out
would
of your
point
hand.
out I do have clumsy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Maybe
so,
instead of
So
that, you put
my,
it in
my
your
idea is that
freaking-
he pulls it and I just go, huh? Like, no.
No, I'm gonna say because you're strong as well.
Yeah.
So I just imagine you just pull
He's
this
not.
way too hard.
I'm only as strong as a regular person.
He's not a potion.
I thought no, I know he's not a potion. I just thought he was quite strong.
It's only got like 3.
Okay.
Just a regular
What's your
dude who's kind of big.
My strength is 3.
Okay, so you've got the same strength.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, yeah, you drop it. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, you drop it and you pull it instead. So it basically just like the little the grappling hook thing just like pulls across the corridor in front of you. You jump over it as this thing suddenly like pulls across the corridor in front of you, and one of the front rotter trips over it, and the other two just barrel into you. And just, actually, no, you made it around the corridor. They barrel into him because he was standing there.
He's like, oh.
Yeah. You can see there were more than 3 that Jesse counted. There were obviously some more in the corridor you didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like there are about 6 of these now.
We're the worst people ever.
So yeah, so the
There's 8 of us.
yeah, so as these Morris and Jerry, seeing that everything's gone horribly wrong, decide to just stand up and start opening up. And they just like you've got Morris with his shotgun. He just fires into the group, and he tries to. He fires. He like pulls his gun and click. Damn. So that didn't work. And Jerry's going to pull both his pistols out and fire both pistols. Far too excitably.
God, these guys are useless.
Yes, they're obviously too worried about this this bit of grappling hook thing flying towards them, and it's like, oh! But yeah, that didn't go very well. It was a botch and a 1. So yeah,
Could've gone worse.
Jerry and Morris
Could've
aren't
got
doing so well. So you've just jumped over this thing to try and run away. So you've successfully done that. You two have pulled this. So what are you doing?
Going, ah!
Did you have a weapon to attack with or anything like that? Or?
I have a knife and some explosives.
Okay. You said Jesse you were going to use the explosives earlier, didn't you?
I was gonna. Then they came up with this crazy plan that didn't work.
It's
Okay.
because someone
I
let go of the
could've-
rope.
I could have just blown them up, but instead they wanted to do this tripping them up thing.
Anyway, so while she was waiting there for these rotters to chase after you could lob a grenade behind her if you wanted to.
It's
There's
just
a
the
miles
idea of
chance
leaving-
this could
the
go
I-
horribly wrong.
Yeah, the idea of leaving fire in the way to smoke us out and potentially mean we have to wait longer and you get attacked by
It's
more
not
bullets.
He's
in the city.
actually
not
got
a
an
fireball.
explosive, not an
You
actual
haven't-
flaming thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so much better.
He makes fire simple things. I'm smart. I
Yes.
make
Chucking a
clockwork
grenade
explosives.
down a building that is already a little bit dicey is a great idea.
It's not like super powerful. It's only like a grenade. It's not going to destroy the building. It would leave like scorch marks and things and very
It's
much
pretty
hurt
solid,
people.
It's a pretty solid building here. It's chances are it's not going to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed to rip flesh apart.
Of course,
not
he may
buildings.
miss and blow you to pieces, but the
There is
building
that.
will probably be fine.
So I'll be able to jump it and realise, oh, where's my arm gone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Let's do it.
worth a risk.
I'm in. I'm in for it. Do it.
go for it then. Take a attack roll and let's see if you botch. Because if you do, that'll
Let's
go.
face it, you're diving
Well,
through.
don't
You'll
botch.
probably lose a leg.
I don't botch at least.
What did you get?
I
Well,
got
bloody
a
hell.
13.
A 13.
A
Yeah,
lucky number
okay.
13.
Yeah, so you basically see her running towards you, and you basically you time it, and you give it a little bit of extra time just to give her a bit more leeway, and you throw it. So basically, she runs past it, The Rotters run past it, and just as they've gone past it, it goes up and it hits the back row. But
Knocks them forward a bit.
oh wait, just basically.
They didn't trip, they
damages
just been
them.
knocked over.
How much damage are you going to do?
What do I roll?
I'm going to give you a D10 for this one.
Generous.
Explosives check.
12.
12. Okay, yeah, so you managed to like blow up the back 3. They basically just collapse to the floor. Not necessarily dead yet, some of them are still trying to crawl towards you, but they've definitely been knocked down and then not getting back up again. So, that just leaves the front 3. I think I said there were 6.
I don't remember. You said there was some.
You said there were 6.
I said there were 6. I was pretty confident I said that.
Right. Well,
So,
I
yeah.
wasn't listening, so okay.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, the rest of you guys have done that. So you are going to get...
What, me?
No, him, because they attacked him. 2 of them, well, one of them anyway, is going to beat you now. And... yeah, that's a hit there. So let's see how much damage that's back to the face. Nice. 6 damage.
Ow!
Yes, you're injured.
As one of them just like... I'm going to say it actually knees you. It knees you in the head, because you're kind of ducked down, I assume. Kind of
Oh, no.
Really?
so this thing just like flies up and just knees you in the head. 6 damage.
Ow!
It's got like blood across your face. Your nose is crushed.
I'm just picturing one of those like those horrible early in Arnold Schwarzenegger's career cries of pain he did in Conan. Yeah! He hadn't grasped modulating his voice that bit higher to go ouch. It's a really good one, really early on.
Okay. Anyway, so you just run up the. So yeah, let's go back around again. So yeah, you've just ran to the corridor. The ones chasing you have just like kneed him in the face. There's another one basically just like coming past him right next to you, basically reaching out to grab you.
I want to throw something at him.
Okay. What are you gonna throw him?
Something that's
Remember,
on
this
the
corridor
floor.
is full of shit. Full of sufficient shit that we couldn't move a mattress down it.
So you
fuck
did.
yeah.
Inside.
So don't forget you did clear some out of the way, so you could drag the mattress.
Oh yeah, but like
There
to
is
the
still,
sides.
yeah, there's
I
junk on
would
the floor.
like to grab one of the stands that has like one of the little pain pumps on it. I assume there's going to be some of that shit around here.
Well, IV drip kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, but one with an actual like pain pump on it. You know, like you had when you had morphine pumps.
Oh, what? So that one with like a big block of
Oh,
electricity.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll say there's one of those laying on its side.
I want one of
That's
those.
what
I'm
they
going to pick it up and I want to smash it in like the general chest area. I would like to aim to push it out the window more than anything else.
There's no windows at the moment. In this
There's no windows in this corridor.
No.
Oh no, it's being lit by the
yeah.
fire, isn't it?
Yeah, because you had the big corridors with the windows and the ones without them, because this is when the wards are off the side of them, basically.
Is the fire still going on behind me?
Yeah, it's only been like a few seconds.
Oh, in that case, I just pick up one of the drip stands, then just like step back a bit so it trips on the drip stand into the fire.
So, are you going to attempt to basically do like a pole vault thing, where as it runs towards you, you just try and leverage it over you and like
Yes!
turn it behind you?
That's what I want to do. I want to get
Okay.
it in the gut and throw it over my shoulder into
In
the
that
fire.
case, that's probably it's going to be a
Frank
grapple.
Miller shit right there.
You are sorry.
That's some Frank Miller shit right there.
So that would be a grapple then.
I'm gonna have a legendary point because
Okay.
we've got like less than 30 minutes left.
True.
Quick,
Nice.
quick.
Legendary
Is that
crit.
a crit? Okay. Yeah, you basically just like you run in there, you duck down, grab this thing on there. As you're ducked down, you just roll onto your shoulder and literally just like plant your foot on the floor and lift this thing over you. And as it runs, it just goes smack into the end of the pole, and you just use this momentum to hurl it over your head, and it just goes sailing into the fire. And you just see it writhing and burning.
Then fireworks go off behind you.
Oh, I'm not looking. I'm
Guns fly
not.
past.
More importantly, as I'm chucking it into it, I'm not looking at the fire
Yeah, this is definitely
because we haven't used this yet.
you just hear
I technically I don't have it, but that's the point.
you just hear it kind of like screaming as it goes up in flames. You can have your legendary point back as well because that's,
Fuck yeah.
that's awesome.
Impressive.
So when you look at one of Ross's and go, yeah, and he jumps on him.
Is it sufficiently distracting enough that he can get hit on the other one?
It's now your go. So yeah, this one that's just kneed you in the face. There's basically one of them just legged after her in the corridor. One of them just kneed you in the face, and one of them is basically has like stumbled over this grappling hook and is basically like skidding up the corridor at the moment. So the one that just needs you in the face.
If it's skidding up the corridor, can I use the rest of my legendary as it's rolling along to like use it like to push it into the fire?
No, because it's basically one of them turned off the corridor, the other one kept going.
Oh, okay. So
Because-
there's one that's
Basically, one
straight, and the other two came towards
Yeah,
us.
so basically they were going up the corridor, you darted to the left, one of them followed you, one of them went straight into him who was just on the corner, and the other one kept going up the corridor because it tripped over the grappling hook.
Lame.
Okay.
So yeah, the one that just needs you in the face, you're now groin height with it, roughly. Because it's basically just run into the window and just like basically put its hand out, stops and thing to need you in the face.
Okay, yeah, being that it's kneed me in the face, I'm gonna like stumble backwards and accidentally nut it. Because I'm clumsy and it just fits better.
Okay.
I'm just a big clumsy dude. Oh, bam! Ow! Like smack it in the jaw with the back of my head as I stand up.
As you stand up, just crunch.
Hooray! It's still a 5.
Good grief, man.
All my skills in explosives.
So you roll 5 to tell you what, as you're standing up, you basically go up, you stand up, you stand up, you smash your head into its. Are you bald or do you have hair?
Have hair, come on.
Be bald, it will be funnier.
No. Have hair.
Yeah,
Break your mould, have goddamn hair.
I have
Have a receding hairline, at least.
I have thick, luscious auburn hair
From the back up
that's slightly wavy. It reaches halfway down my back, but it's a bit thin at the front.
Okay.
Dear God.
So as you stand up there, you kind of like go, oh, and you stand up. You bash your forehead into its jaw, and you catch one of its teeth in your head,
Ow.
and rip one of its teeth out. So you stand up, kind of going like ah, and you've basically got one of these teeth stuck in the top of your head.
Ornament, like it.
Does it take damage?
Yeah, I suppose if you take 2 points damage.
So you don't take any damage, I assume.
You take 1, right?
Well, yeah, 1.
Because you're not. Oh, it's just 1.
You always take 1.
You always take 1 point damage. Cool. So it's now your go.
My go. I go. Oh, that was successful.
But still, the one he's just basically been kneed in the face by, the one that stumbled up the corridor.
I try and. I guess it's facing him, so I can maybe
Step
get
back,
behind it
yeah.
and try and get a knife up here into its skull.
Yeah.
Up into its grill.
Yeah, basically up the back of its head into the soft parts.
Yeah, go for it.
It's my attempt. I'm not very good at this. 5.
5.
I'm very bad at this.
You'll have legendary points to use them!
I would like to re-roll that.
Go for it.
I have a maximum roll of 11 here, though.
You go for
You've got like
he's
20
only got
minutes,
one.
yes,
He's
you
got one
used
to
it.
roll.
That's better. 9.
9. Okay, roll me some damage.
Yay. That's a D6? Yeah.
D8? Oh, it is D6.
Armed CC.
RMCC.
5.
5. Okay, you go to stab it in the back of the neck and just miss slightly and gouge down and cut off one of his ears. But
Sorry,
yeah.
mate.
I picked the ear up and put it in my bag.
Oh yeah, you just go, and you just cut it off. You just like, ooh.
You just like do it almost on instinct, like, oh, I need to get this out of the way.
Yeah, you have an ear. Oh, you have a 7 ear in your pocket. Remember that.
7.
Okay. In that case, the one that was stumbling up the corridor is going to right itself, and seeing on one side there's like 3 people, and the other side there's less. It's going to go and launch itself at you.
Meh.
You.
Because you're shady.
Yes. Do some damage to you.
Which one should I do as far?
Yeah.
4 damage.
1 damage.
These horrendous feral beasts, after generally taking it easy on the rest of us, attack our shady Russian friend.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, they saw that like all their mates that went that way just died, so he's going to go, I'm going to go the other way.
There will be conversations had with the shady Russian guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck are you? Why'd you wake up in a fucking morgue drawer? But these
Who the hell
are
put you in a morgue drawer? The hell's wrong with you, man?
I don't know. It's going to be the response to everything. Because he literally doesn't know. Okay. Is it my go now?
Yes.
Good, because I'm going to shoot this guy in the head.
Okay, go for it.
That's the easy way.
Anyone can
Saving
shoot
my
someone.
ammo.
Saving my ammo.
Yep, so him.
All 3 shots.
Hmm?
All 3 shots.
I click.
Ooh, large gun.
Yep.
Ooh. No one else would have a clip.
No.
11
Because
damage.
I shoot
That damage,
yeah.
nice. Yeah, you you shooting this in the face, you say?
That was a
Yep.
1d4, right?
Yeah, you basically you shoot it in the it hits it in the chin and basically just like shatters its left like side of its jaw. It just blows out. It's not dead yet, but its jaw, left side jaw, its jaw is
Tongue
flying
hanging
away.
out.
Yeah, tongues are flopping down one side, and it's just like. But yeah, it's not dead yet. Okay, which brings us round to Yorgo.
Another ghoul. I guess there's less ghouls.
How many
Both
motherfuckers
of their
left?
guns are basically fucked at the moment, so they're trying to reload.
What motherfuckers are left?
There's the one that he has just nutted, and there's the one that he's just shot.
Alright, I'm grabbing the one. So I'm still holding on to this like drip stand.
Yep.
I'm just going to charge the one that is attacking him and try and pin it against the wall.
Go for it.
Like just bam, pin it against the wall opposite.
Okay. Can you take a armed attack?
No, use my logic point. 10.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You just run up to it and you just. Which end are you using? The end with the drip stand, or the feet end?
Feet end.
Okay. Sharply. Okay. Yeah,
Sure.
You just basically go up to it and you just like ram into it, just stab it back into the door.
Basically, you just want to crush its chest against the wall.
Okay. Yeah. You just pinned it still. And how much damage do you do?
I don't know.
I would have thought the
D6.
foot end would be the less sharp side.
It would be, but you know, she's using like the bigger mass. Like
Well, I guess it depends if the drip stands right on the top.
I'm
or
just
you've
trying
got
to
a bit of
crush
holes
it. Is
sticking out.
literally all I'm trying to do. 9 damage.
Okay, this one do we take a bit of damage as well? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You just like you pin it back in the wall, and you go to kind of put the feet bit through, and the 3 feet kind of like hit its chest, and then the bit that's holding the thing slides, and the pole just goes straight into its chest. And
Oops.
smashes through its sternum.
Hmm.
Yeah. You just like hold this thing against the wall. It gradually slides down the wall in its chest.
Bloody hell!
So
Without breaking a sweat, I'd like.
yeah, you probably
I'm gonna look at you like, no, you're pretty sweaty. That running didn't do you very well.
Covered in certain
yeah,
blood.
covered in
and shit.
certain blood. You just had explosive go off behind you. Probably covered in a bit of ghoul goo. Yeah.
Just like
So yeah, it's your go now. She's just
another
finished
day in
off the one that's
paradise.
impaled above you.
I,
So the only one left is the one he's just shot in the middle of the corridor.
I gesture to the other one. It's like at least one. Come on,
Right.
only keep at least one.
I go to the one that's almost jawless. Are they wearing clothes? By any real description? Or it's just like rags?
They've got bits
tatters?
of tatters of rags left on them, but mostly naked.
Okay,
You
that
can
makes-
see they
that
were
makes
once
this
wearing
moment more
clothes.
anatomical. I'm just going to grab it by the belt, but if it's not wearing one, then hey.
Actually, no. The belt would probably be one of the last bits to go because it would
Yeah, it's
actually be
leather, leather,
quite
it's-
solid and well made.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to grab this one by the belt and the neck, and just like throw it hard against the wall,
Okay.
possibly where the fire is.
Is you going to try and drag it and throw it into the fire?
I'm going to throw it at the wall, but if the fire is available, but it's not in the corridor, is it? So
It's about 20 foot. You could like drag it 20 foot and throw it into the fire if you want. If you want to take a grapple check, try and do
nah,
that.
screw that. I'm just going to try it at the wall.
Okay. Then in that case, that would just be a grapple check.
I'm going to use a legendary point because that was pathetic. That was marginally better, but not much.
Okay.
That was a... that was a wrong. Okay. It's an 8. Woo.
Okay. Unfortunately, it crit. So I'm going to say you grab the belt, grab its neck, and you pull it, and the belt just snaps basically in your hand, just like, oh, whoops. So you're just left kind of like with one hand kind of gripping its neck.
So I've essentially, in this combat, I've stumbled, hurt myself, and placed my hand on someone's shoulder and gone, excuse me, you fellow.
While doing this, you still have a tooth sticking out of your head.
You're doing well.
At this point, I'd just like to lean against the pole I've embedded in the wall. Like, oh man, why do we even?
this point as well, Morris has finally managed to get shotgun working again. Or like, open it, reload it. Again, you sounded fine, and you just hear this explosion. His shotgun just explodes in his hand as his second botch in a row.
He's just lost his hands.
He hasn't lost his hands. The gun has just literally just exploded. Like,
He's been pretty hurt though. The gun exploded in your hand.
Actually, at least his left hand has like just gone like.
Yeah, he's probably lost a
What's
couple of
that thing
fingers
with
at least.
Hands.
Yeah,
Really?
I assume because he's like, you'd be holding it like that, so the barrel's exploded. His left hand's exploded.
Aww.
So his left hand's gone. You just hear him go, "Ah!" and just like clutching his thumb.
What is it with us in hands? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, you assume you'd be cradling it, it would go up, it would explode in your face. Rather than your hands.
No, it depends on
If
where
a
it
breech-
explodes.
If a breech loading shotgun goes up, it's because there's a jam. The explosion comes out the back of the breech.
Yeah.
Into your jaw. It blows out his throat. Go on, you can say it.
No, he blows his hand up.
Oh.
He didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong. He stood there and went, botch, fail, miss. I didn't do anything wrong. At least I tried.
I didn't
he's at least not doing anything
I
right.
didn't say he's done anything right, but he hadn't done anything wrong either. Okay, anyway, so that's him done. So now it's your go.
Try.
Me?
Yes.
What's alive?
The one in the
Me.
The one in the middle, which is
Can
being
attack you if you
caressed
want.
by him without a jaw.
Are you stroking it, making it feel uncomfortable?
Hello there.
I'm just gonna this knife was pretty useless, so I'm just gonna pick up a piece of metal off the floor and just try like
Just try and batter it with him, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
go for it.
something that looks like somewhat sharpish, maybe has like a thin edge, maybe not sharp but thin.
Yeah.
It's like a
there's-
bracket or something hitting.
Yeah, there's some like there's some bits where like the ceiling panels have come down, and there's like some like long like kind of spears of plastic, which you could try and stab it with.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
Sure.
Not terrible. 9.
Yeah, it's him.
What damage would that be?
D6
CC
for a-
still?
Yeah, I'm CC.
Nice. Max damage 7.
Excellent. It's okay. It's already his jaw blown off at this stage. It's fine. Yeah, you just
Jam
like,
it in his eye.
You just you jam it through his eye. That's fine. You slam it through his eye. You just like you feel a bit of resistance. It hits the back of the eye socket and then it just goes straight through into the brain, and it just drops to the floor and just like twitching a bit.
Your non-combat follower has done more damage than you this round.
But
Your
he did just,
bookworm has killed more things than you.
he did just burn like 6
True,
things
yeah,
in
you
the
did
corridor.
kill a whole bunch.
He did burn a load, to be fair.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, and there's this eerie silence kind of dispels after that huge echoing, burning, exploding. Everyone's ears are probably ringing slightly from having the grenade go off in the corridor as
Poke
well.
my head out the window where all the distractions happen. And have they all turned and come inside yet?
What, the ones on the staircase?
No, the ones that were outside that were at the distraction that we created earlier.
They've now all gone.
Shit. We probably want to get moving pretty quick. I think they're all inside now.
Huh.
Up the stairs then.
Does mean the escape is free.
Ouch.
Spare.
Oh, and I grab another piece of linen and tie off the stump.
Okay, yes. Take a medic check for it.
Why don't you just like put his arm into the fire? It's cauterizing.
Because that's dangerous. Actually, he's a ghoul. He's not going to get infected.
Nah.
He's a rotter. He's not going to
He's a
get
rotter.
infected.
If he was a ghoul, he could burn in eternal hellfire, and we would never mention the name again. But he's a
Exactly.
rotter, so you could just like.
Yeah, I was grabbing her. Come over here. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh god, what the hell are you doing?
And I get
He's wanting to
a
grab that shit back.
16.
Excellent. Okay, yeah, you managed to successfully I'm gonna say you find something metal that had been fairly flashes that had been sitting in the fire for a while, and you just pick it up and basically just press it into the stump, and it's and it basically
I
seals
put a
it.
little wrap around it.
Yeah, and he's just ah, and then you just seal it with something.
This is especially brutal and pointless because as a rotter, you know you can grow that shit back.
Probably. Not anymore.
Now he has to re-amputate the stump.
Yeah, but that can be later on problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
not
our
a problem right now.
He's just
Stop
sitting
him
there like,
from
do
breathing
this.
out.
It's like, oh, I don't need to do this, but it's fun.
I didn't know that as a me. I didn't know that.
I'm
So
sorry.
let's say I don't do that stuff then, if that's the case.
Well, no, in the
That
moment it would be the right thing to do.
stupid. Okay.
Stop him bleeding.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So yeah, you guys head back over to the stairwell again. All these Actually, yeah, you've still got all like the bedding and stuff in there. I mean, you can hear the sounds of like movement from downstairs. What you could do if you want to is like throw the bedding downstairs and set fire to it. That would stop them coming up the stairs. But
It would also smoke us.
it would do. But if you're going to be running
Smoke
upstairs
rises.
anyway and leaving the stairwell,
Because smoke rises. If we chuck things down the stairwell,
Close
we're
the door.
smoking, we'll smoke ourselves.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but then we can't easily exit either.
We're in a
so
building full of broken windows.
That is
Losing
true.
smoke.
it's only in the stairwell you would be having a problem with smoke. So you go out the stairwell, you'd be alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, or you could just run up the stairs and just like get out of
We
it.
could just deal with it and run up the stairs. We're fine.
Yeah, you do. I assume you just Kevin and that are basically zooming up the stairs anyway because like fight when he's get out there.
Maybe just like put a bed in the stairwell so they have something to climb over.
Yeah, you just throw. You say you throw some junk down the stairs.
Yeah.
You throw one of the doors down there.
There we go.
This one was like we have this tide, like this Left 4 Dead style tide at the bottom of the stairwell. We have Kevin running up the stairs, and this one just totally goes, "This is not our mission." Pub?
No. We should still get the other things to scavenge.
There's
Also, they have buyers. I
valuable
need to know where
books
their
up
buyers
there.
are.
Mm.
So, I want to make. We need to do network. We currently only have what we have in this like bed. If we can get more things, the better. Also, if we can sell them to those guys, we have a new contact. Also, they owe us a favour. We did save their lives. Therefore, means trading prices will be a bit better.
But pub.
No,
We're having
this
this
is
conversation
me
on
and
the
my
move,
big
right?
as we move.
Yeah.
Yeah, my big,
Kevin's like,
yeah,
no,
like,
anyway.
I'm putting down my big stumpy foot of being in charge. We are following these guys. Need to.
So yeah, Kevin like basically leg upstairs. He's got his bit of paper and he's like following the map there. So he just gets to the top, legs it off down the corridor. You guys just following them along, yeah? Cool.
Yes.
Brilliant. Yeah. So you go down there, left, right, left, straight on.
As we're going up the staircase, I still have the drip stand. I'm just gonna wedge it in a place so it's like part way in, like the kind of like the metal stairwell balcony thing, so that it's basically forming a small barrier across the steps.
Okay, just to block them.
Yeah, just in case it gets laid down.
Okay, cool.
This would be a good point to render the world because it's nearly half past.
I mean, it's almost like got to
Okay,
the
that's good.
place now, so we'll just keep going for a little bit. So yeah, you guys get upstairs. Kevin legs it along to the end there. He like basically makes it into the lab. You guys following him along. Cool. Yeah, you get into the lab there, and basically he just like when they're all in there, he just slams the door and just drags a cabinet over and just puts it against the front of the door. So, yeah, okay. Right, we just got to grab our bits. Is there anything else you want here? Help yourself. And he just goes along and they start picking up some various bits and pieces coming in here. So you can see in here there's basically this is like a lab, so you can see there's things like microscopes and
Great.
various other little like things that are obviously some of the analysing devices. Basically lots of lenses, cogs, things like that.
We get some of that shit. We get lenses, cogs, slides.
I walk over to the closest sink, because in this race there would obviously be a very large sink.
Of course.
And I open up the cupboard I presume to be underneath it,
Mm-hmm.
and I see if anything has a large flammable warning on it.
It's probably the only thing you know. Like, I don't know what the rest of the shit, caustic, bad for the environment. That one means boom.
I want to get at least one microscope.
Yeah,
Basically,
I'll
if
go
it
for
has like
microscope.
Check it
fire
out.
or a big X or like
Oh, an empty syringe.
he basically
Yeah.
knows the warning labels. He doesn't
Yes,
necessarily know what they mean.
Okay.
Just punch him
Yeah,
in the face
under
and get
the
slide over.
under the sink, there's like you can see like there's like a faded yellow bottle with like a skull and like a dead tree on it. But if you look around the rest of the room, there are some cupboards with some clear bottles which also have flammable symbols on them, and some more harmful symbols as well.
I shall go around and I'll wrap them in my tarp and then place them in our like gurney stretcher.
I'll say
thing.
you can find like six big bottles of flammable fluid.
Nice.
I'll add that to the gurney list then.
I put a microscope
so-
on my equipment, so I'll be the most likely one to use it.
Okay. There's one
6 flammable.
in one of the cupboards. You basically find this like thick case which you open it up and there's like it's like a padded microscope, but like it's quite a small one, quite a basic one, but it's basically in a padded case, so
I
it
can
looks
take
like a
it with me.
mobile one. So yeah, if you wanted to have a padded case,
Yeah,
Yeah.
small enough.
It
less
protects your
chance of being buffed
thing.
about.
Does it by any chance have like a little plaque on it, like property of, you know, a particular technician sort of thing?
The outside of the box has just got like has a sticker on it, but it's faded in time, so I can't see what it says anymore.
No.
Damn it! You can't run off with like I don't know, Professor Pavates.
To be fair, you could just write over, like there's basically just a faded white thing that you could just write something new on it with permanent marker or something.
Just put out a crayon. Wilhelm.
Yeah. With a V. Wilhelm's like Wilhelm's. Yes, Dad. No, I meant someone else's.
I presume that crayon is probably Herb's preferred method of writing.
It's probably
Being
easier
it's
to make
flammable.
as well.
Being that it's flammable and safe
Yeah.
for him to
You
handle.
can eat it and burn
But
it.
you can't
it's
stab
great.
someone with a crayon very easily, or accidentally hurt yourself.
Cool. So yeah, you grab these bits there, and at the back there's a window, and Jesse, I think, yes, Jesse, looks over, and goes, way out over here, and you go out there, and there's a fire escape, which is like a metal series of runs going down there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear?
Looks clear.
Did
I'll
we leave
double
all our shit downstairs?
No, we have it.
Okay.
No, we have that. Have that shit. So how far of a trek is it back to your base, your buyer, your boss?
It's just north of Blacktown, so yeah, should be. So it's at the moment it's going to be. So it's midday now.
Mm-hmm.
Could get there by dark.
It's not too much of a detour. I mean, we have to kind of go in that direction to get back to Fuckfield anyway. So, I mean, we'd like to meet your buyer. Your boss.
Yeah.
Whomever they may be.
Yeah, sure. Take two. You might even want to buy some of that stuff off you. Give you some tag for it.
That's a good.
Could use some tack.
We could definitely use some tack. Yeah, we have some left. We could definitely use some tack.
Cool.
What about you, Colin? Do you have tack? Do you have food?
I have no tack.
Ah. No, we need to be hunting. Maybe Colin's problem.
Cool. Anyway, yeah, you guys basically make your way down to the bottom there, and we will resume next session from the bottom of the fire escape.
Sweet.
Cool.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Ah.
Right.
You're in charge. You can do wrap up.
So, that was it, guys.
It's the classic trademark thirsty style wrapper. Right, it's done. Who are you?
Yeah.
Well, you're still
Starting
here.
from this side, going that way round.
Okay. Hi, I'm Corone. You can find me on Twitter at Corone_BTP. You can also find information about Betrayed, my new short film, at jqs.org.uk. That was quite interesting. Got to do a couple of things. A slight introduction, very vague, on Colin, and the start was good on the fact that I had to be broken out of a drawer, or yeah, that was
definitely a good start.
yeah, it was interesting. A lot more to find out about him as we go along, but yeah, can't wait for next week.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Devon. I have been Wilhelm. You cannot find me, except for in that place that just popped up in chat. Sort of. I may or may not respond. I may have turned off all notifications from Twitter.
Just go on at random points in the week and tweet as Wilhelm.
Do it.
Yeah. Come on, just do some really banal shit. Take a picture of your dinner and just go like, "What is this shit?" Hashtag Wilhelm.
Wilhelm. So you can slowly become German.
Yeah.
That was really good actually. I really enjoyed tonight. He was surprisingly effective in combat. He wasn't supposed to be, but he was. And he's hopefully showing that he has a caring side. When people get hurt, he tries to help.
Yes.
He's not.
Your girlfriend certainly appreciates it.
Yeah,
We got lots of friends.
he may not be very pleasant to speak to, but he likes to try.
Likes to try his hand at anatomy occasionally.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, I'm Thirsty. Today I was playing Herb. It was great fun to be able to play someone who was big and dumb but wasn't good at combat. Because he's not, by any means. His skills lie solely upon things that go boom. So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Thirsty_BTP, where I occasionally shout random things out and create characters for people to steal.
Yay.
Loan. Inspire.
Yeah, they can steal them. It's fine.
Acquire.
Yeah.
It's only Steve gives it to Will.
I might grudge it.
I don't want
Grudging
you
though.
to have it. Jeez.
Yeah.
You haven't done your bit yet?
Yeah, but I'm doing the outro.
Okay, fine. No, take over.
Well, yeah, I need literally the very last bit. So
Anyway.
I might as well go last.
I am Tech Puppet. You can find me at tech_BTP on the Twitters. And again, I don't really check it, but yeah, you can do it if you want to. And yeah, you can find me at tvstudios.co.uk and bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk.
We good?
Yeah,
Cool.
back to you.
Right. I've been playing Karen. She is surprisingly good at stuff. Kind of.
Fluky.
She flukes her way through life. This is her style. You can find me on Twitter at blood_BTP, where it's probably the easiest way to catch up with all the stupid amount of shit that I actually do. Next time I'm online is tomorrow? No, in half an hour's time on Video Store Cowboy, where we're finishing out our rescheduled game of City of Mist, where I'm playing a Valkyrie, and it's fucking rad. Other than that, we're back with Reckonry on Sunday morning or Saturday night if you're America. Other than that, just check out the various podcasts and all this good shit. I think all that's left is to thank Kevin MacLeod for all the free ass music. Thank
Kev.
Corone for the outro, which we're about to have, and for doing the intro, which I totally didn't have time to add into the
You'll see it
countdown
next week.
today. We'll see it next week. And to thank Tech for running the session, because that was fun.
Cool.
Is there anything anybody would like to shout into the void before I officially call a close to this bullshit?
Happy Easter.
Have we
Yes.
actually been listening to Suspense the entire way through, or have you been changing it?
We have in fact only been listening to Suspense and Battle.
I feel that's all that's been the session, so yeah,
Yeah.
no one made love
Well, I
or
mean,
anything
like,
else. So it's
Made love. My God.
Made love.
That
Are
would
you
be a
going to have
completely different
suspense,
stream.
romance, or something else?
I haven't got. I don't have romance music in here.
God, you
You
can
need to
tell
get
how
porn
long
Come
music.
on, we need to source some like funky 70s fuck music.
Oh, are we talking fuck music or romance?
This
Because
has to
they're
be like
very different.
this has to be like slow jazz.
First
Like,
one, then the other.
oh, yeah.
And what decade are we thinking? 70s?
Yeah, slow 70s
All right,
fuck music.
I'm going to call an end. Thank you very much, guys. We will catch you on another time. Good night.